brighter. There we go. There we go. Oh, we got the beautiful background. We got it. We got it in. Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's see who pops on in today. We got YouTube and TikTok. Both right here. Different layout. Got the little fireplace background. See if you guys can hear me okay. Welcome in, everybody. I'm going to be answering some questions today like we usually do. If you're new here, we just started the live 15 seconds ago, so we're going to see who pops on in. Appreciate the likes, David. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. We're going to be answering some questions today of what you guys are struggling with, you're trying to advance with, what you're trying to create in your life. Any questions are welcome. There's nothing off the table except politics. That's the only thing we don't talk about. Anything else you want advice for, struggling with, clarity on, you're working to advance with, you can feel free to throw any questions down below. I should probably throw up my sign, but nah, it's alright. It's fine. It's fine. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. We're starting the live. We're starting the live. Welcome in. Feel free to ask any questions, guys. Any questions are welcome. Any at all. We just started the live. Welcome in, everybody. Where can I find a native speaker to practice? Alright, I'm not sure if I can help you with that one. We're answering questions around self-growth, advancing your relationships, growing spiritually. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. Helped a little over 100 men and women in my coaching practice transform their lives, so we're here to help you guys out as well. You can throw any questions down below. There's nothing that's really off limits. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. What do we got questions on? What are you guys looking to advance with? What are you trying to create for yourself? All right, Ancient. Appreciate the question. Let's see. I want to be more at peace, but there's this girl I work with that I want to push down the stairs. Well, the only person that's robbing you of your peace is you. It's not her. So let me explain that for you. It's your perception. Whether she is doing things that piss you off or she doesn't, this is a reflection of her. It penetrating your nervous system in your mind is you allowing it to happen. Now, if this is a coworker and they're disrupting everything at the workplace, well, that can be addressed at a obviously different level. But if this is somebody that pisses you off and they're doing it all the time, you can ask them not to talk to you. You can dive into this. You're not a victim here. Don't play that. Don't give them permission to rob you of your peace. That's what you're currently doing. How does it make you feel? It makes you feel like you have a little bit of power, right? Because you feel like you can't do anything to address her, so you're just going to feel guilty within. You're going to feel stuck and like you have no power, which you do. So reflect on that a little bit. What's going on YouTube? We got YouTube and TikTok right next to each other, so welcome in, everybody. Sock, appreciate the follow. The let them theory, just like this guy is saying here. Yeah, Adrian, I haven't read the. I can't say I'm a huge fan of Mel Robbins. I don't dislike her work, but I don't really pay attention to it. But yes, I've heard of the theory, and let people do what they want to do. And yeah, Ancient, if you are struggling with this and you seem like the peace is being robbed in other areas of your life too by other people, feel free to shoot me a follow and shoot me a DM about it. Oh, you already shot me a follow. Well, looking forward to connecting further. Or that was someone else. But yeah, Ancient Toys, if you want to connect further, feel free. All right. Hey, Brad, should I go to sleep? I don't know. What time is it for you? Depends. Bailey, what's going on? Hey, yo, how was you? Doing good, Vent? Ellie, hopefully I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Welcome back. YouTube, if you guys are confused where I'm looking, I have TikTok live right next to us, so you guys can feel free to ask questions too, bouncing back and forth. 1 a.m. Yeah, you should probably go to sleep. Stay on here for a few more minutes if you've gotten some value, though. Hey, I have a more traditional marriage. However, my husband gets pissed off easily by things, and... Okay, I'll wait for you to throw in the rest of the question. But welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Yeah, what does he get pissed off by? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. I need to write an essay about politics. Very fun. That's why I never like school. I don't like being told what to do. If you can guess who my profile picture is, then you get absolutely nothing. Well, in that case, I'm not even going to attempt it. So far, not. Nope. Especially since your professor probably has their own professor or teacher has their own biases, and maybe they'll change your grade if you disagree with them. All right, fine. I'll give you some air. I already got air. Don't need that. Welcome in, everybody. Raising money for your mom with cancer. I hope she's able to overcome it. Welcome in, everybody. Feel free to throw some questions down below. We got some smooth jazz going on in the background. Exactly, watch me fail for not agreeing with him. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully he's not one of those, but I don't know him. I don't know him. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Self-growth, relationships, dating, any advice you guys need. You would sue them all. Oh, it's the modern downfall of universities, is they care more about their political ideologies than actually teaching you things. Any advice on getting any advice on making more money? Yeah. Well, I mean, if depends where you're at now. Or do you work a job currently, or you work on a minimum wage? You work 9 to 5. Where are you at now? Or you want to start a side hustle? You want to start a whole other business? There's many different ways to make money, but it has to be something you connect to. Well, at first it doesn't have to be. Diego said, "And sick, but I'm afraid they'll pass away, and I'm never gonna know if they would accept me as." Yeah, Diego, I didn't get the first part of your question. If you want to rephrase that. All right, Samantha, you work minimum wage. How old are you? Would a person with BPD follow what their favorite person does? It's possible, but that's really a subjective experience. It's not really a general one-size-fits-all answer. Someone said, I don't need any advice. I've already won in life. Good for you. All right, Samantha, you're 26. Okay, cool. All right, so 26, working minimum wage. Did you go to university? Are you graduating university? Did you drop out? Did you not go at all? Do you have any vision of what you potentially want to do further beyond the job that you're at now? What's going on, Wyatt? Welcome back in. Are you giving free advice, Travis said. Yes, I am. That's why we're here. He said not live. Some people think it's not live because we have two. I'm on TikTok over here and YouTube over here, so people like to get attention and throw things down like that. All right, Samantha, you dropped out. Well, it's good that you made a decision that was difficult to do. I did the same thing. I dropped out, went back and worked my restaurant job for a little less than a year, and then I worked another job, and then I stopped working that probably June of last year. And to run my coaching business more full time. So, Samantha, do you have any vision here? Also, Samantha, if you want to shoot me a follow and a DM about this, I'd love to get more curious about what it is that you're good at. Do you have any skills, things you're passionate about that, to find some more ways to really integrate this for yourself. Ellie said, okay, so you have the conservative marriage, but sometimes he'll raise his voice and gets grouchy with me and other people. I'll admit I can be a lot sometimes, though, lol. Okay, well, here's the thing. If you feel like you're being a lot and you're triggering him to raise his voice and you're doing something that maybe even, I don't want to say justifies him to raise his voice, but really gets him over the edge, you can take accountability for that. Now, that being said, if he's just doing it over and over again, either way, it needs to be addressed. Even if you guys are disagreeing on things, you're kind of going against each other in some capacity, you don't fully agree, it's going to be important for you guys to reach the same page and see where you guys are truly at with each other. And raising your voices does absolutely nothing. It does nothing to contribute to that, to you guys actually finding the answer. So you can request for him to have a conversation, especially if you're in a marriage, to not raise his voice, to integrate this in a more calm manner. And you're going to do your best to not be so much. Again, I don't know exactly what that means, but you probably know the things that you're doing to trigger him that you don't have to do. You just feel cold to do because maybe you feel like you can't control yourself either. So it's something to work on. And if you want to shoot me a DM about it, I know you already follow me. Would love to connect further about it. All right. How do I take time for myself and tell my friends that I need time to take care of myself so that I can care for myself but not let them down. Okay, so caring for yourself but not letting them down at the same time. Okay. If your friends truly care about your growth and everything you're building, what you're passionate about, what you're pursuing in your life, they will support you saying, "Hey, bro, I can't go out this Friday night because I have to read this book. I have to put this together for my program. I have to learn this skill. I'm figuring this thing out." They'll be, "Okay, cool, man. Maybe I'll see you next Friday." Now, again, if you haven't seen them in 6 months, that's a different story, and you're always working, you never make time for them, it's a different story. But once in a while, taking time to yourself, don't feel guilty about it. If they refuse, anytime you say no, even if it's once in a while and not that often, they get really mad about that and they're like, "Oh, bro, you're such a loser. You're working on your business. You're working on your self growth, the things you actually care about." It means they're disconnected from themselves and they're not actually friends with you. They're just going out having fun friends. You're passionate about caregiving, but I don't have the time to go back to school. I work 12 hours a day. Okay. Well, there's caregiving with hospitals, there's caregiving in the senior living industry. I don't know exactly what the qualifications and things are for that nature, so it might be worth looking into if there's some sort of position you can get into for that where you don't actually need something extreme to go back to school. But I guess my question to you would be, why did you drop out? You said, do I live with my parents? Technically not, since they don't live here. Well, that's pretty good advice. Thank you. I might do that. Yeah, I would highly recommend you do. "Hey man, I have a Zoom meeting with the university that I'm applying to. I don't know why, but I feel so nervous." I'll explain to you, 9, exactly why you feel nervous. This is something you really care about. And there's some anxiety around it. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't run away from the anxiety. Allow it to be there. Now, that being said, your anxiety that you're feeling is more excitement. Phrase it as that. A lot of the anxiety you're experiencing is actually excitement in disguise. So it's like, "Hey, I'm not anxious about this Zoom meeting of the university I want to go to. I'm excited about this." And yeah, I'm a little anxious, but you're excited, right? Tell yourself that. It literally kind of transforms your nervous system a little bit. Let's see. San said, "Appreciate it." OT, what's going on? Welcome back. How to grow when I'm driven, but family is just negative. Oh, good question, babyface. All right, and YouTube, feel free to. Yeah. Yeah, so it's so funny that the comments between TikTok are so productive, and there's been that many productive comments on YouTube, like Travis, for example. But there's some other people that just they just troll 24/7. How to grow when you're driven, but your family is negative. You have to tune them out. Don't try and change them. If your family is negative, let's say it's your parents, they're 40, 50, 60 years old, they're probably not going to change. Don't try and get them to change. You can try to have conscious conversations once or twice. If it doesn't work, distance yourself. I'm not saying don't talk to them and reject them, but I am saying, hey, protect your energy and protect your space, and find people that you can be driven with, that support you for what you're doing. Don't allow the negativity to kill your kindness, to kill your growth, to kill your soul. Allow it to propel you forward, even if it's not the most easy thing to do. All right, let's see. All right. Someone said you missed my question. Yeah, Zion, feel free to throw it down below. There's a lot of questions coming in, so sometimes I'm missing some of them. My nervous is so broke. How do I fix that? Okay, could you rephrase that? That's not proper English. I'm afraid to come out to my parents because they're old and they're sick, and you don't really want to upset them. Well, if you know for a fact that they're going to reject you if you come out to them, and they're old at this point and they're just old school, why do you need to tell them? They're not going to accept you. Keep it to yourself. Live your life. Zion said, "Is it normal for my friend to randomly..." Okay. Oh, that's actually interesting. Is it normal for my friend to randomly caress my thigh while he's distracted by his phone? For the most part, no. Although I will say for like my childhood friends, like I'm in a very fulfilling relationship with my girlfriend and I'm not gay. But like, we'll like pretend, we'll like, I'll touch his shoulder, like stuff like that. So, but thigh is, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, and Swarm, if you want to shoot me a follow and a DM about this, would love to help you out further. Any tips on how to pass a test? Guess if you think it's A, guess C. I don't know. Test taking skills, guys. I dropped out of university. Might not be able to help you with that, but make sure you know the material. That's the best thing you can do. He's actually giving good advice. You all need to listen to. I'm glad it resonates. I'm afraid they'll pass without me knowing if they'll accept me. Okay, this is deep then. You're afraid they'll pass without knowing if they'll accept you. Well, then you might, if you're going to regret more not telling them versus telling them, even if they don't accept you, then I'd say tell them. But you have to be open to the repercussions of that action and of that statement and of revealing that truth. But here's the thing, it's your truth. So even if you're rejected for it, doesn't mean you have to reject yourself further. How to pass my trauma. I had an accident and don't feel comfortable driving anymore. Oh, that's a really difficult one. I've actually talked to one or two of my clients who've struggled with things like that. Like they don't feel comfortable driving, things of that nature. Take it slow. If you had an accident and you feel traumatized by it and you're afraid of driving, don't go and try and do an hour-long drive tomorrow. Go drive around your neighborhood. Go in your car. If it feels so traumatizing, go sit in your car and don't even turn the car on. And just sit there for 10 minutes and feel what you're experiencing. Next step, turn the car on. Go for a drive around your neighborhood for 1.5 minutes. Go back in your driveway and park it. Work your way back up to this. You may feel guilty and shameful for doing that because it's like this is such a small thing. It seems stupid. But it might actually get you to where you want to go. So, Prince, if that resonated, feel free to shoot me a follow. Would love to connect more. Let's see. Where's my girlfriend? She's not here today, unfortunately. Hey, YouTube. Sorry, I've been just got on. Are you a therapist? Oh, good question. What I do is therapeutic, although I'm not a medical professional, so I'm not a therapist. I am a self-development coach. Hope you're doing okay. You as well, Kai. Naomi, appreciate the follow. Hey, man, is it good to always change for someone? Absolutely not. Unless you genuinely have bad behavior and you're disconnected from it and you see the value in changing it. Then it's good to change for somebody else. But in turn, you changing for someone else is also you changing for yourself as well. That's why it's integrative. That's why it works. If you're just changing yourself for someone else and going away, tearing away your core values and pulling yourself away from you to get closer to someone else, that will never work and you'll be left dysfunctional almost 100% of the time. So that I wouldn't urge you to do. But Kurt, if you want to shoot me, you already follow me. If you want to shoot me a DM about this, would love to connect further, see what the exact practicalities could be for you. How can I become physically strong? Well, a good place to start could be getting in the gym. Someone said, be my father. Interesting. Haven't heard that one. Coach Basma. Coaches are not supposed to give advice. So what are coaches supposed to do then? Interesting. Let's see. How can I be... Oh, I already got that question. Can you speak more slowly? I'm studying English. Unfortunately, I appreciate the request, but I'm not going to change the way that I talk just to please certain people. And exactly, that's authenticity. I'm just expressing myself. You guys resonate with it or you don't. There's people that come in this live, they like it, you stay. If you don't like it, feel free to, keep scrolling, right? It's like if it resonates, stay. If it doesn't, doesn't. That's totally cool. Getting advice from a self-taught therapist is about as smart as taking advice from a self-taught pilot. I agree. That's why I'm not a self-taught therapist. So, good try, I guess, trying to get me in those gotcha moments. Goofy comments. Peggy, what's going on? Would you recommend a person in ED recovery to go to the gym? I don't have experience in ED recovery specifically. Am I married? I'm in a very fulfilling relationship, but no, I'm not. I have not signed a contract. Coaches ask questions. Yes, they ask questions, and they. It's interesting, Coach Basma, because you're a coach too. Yes, coaches ask questions, and when I'm in a client session, I ask them many questions. But we have a lot of questions coming in here, so I'm giving people a lot of advice. I can't, unfortunately, do a whole 1-hour coaching session, asking people a ton of questions to then give them super personalized advice. That's why I point people to my DMs. But Coach Basma, not to criticize you, but if you were a good coach, you would understand that there's a mix to both of these things. Let's see. You have a question? Feel free to throw it down below. Am I religious? I'd like to consider myself a spiritual man, but I'm not a part of a specific religion. Doing well. How long have you been coaching for? Been about a year and a half coaching-wise. I've helped a little over 100 men and women transform their lives. So we're only getting started, and I only started recently, but I've been studying this stuff for the last 6-8 years of my life, and I overcame diagnosed depression when I was diagnosed with it at 13, dealt with it until I was 16. Samantha, what's going on? Safia. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name correctly. What's going on? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Any questions are welcome. Safia. There we go. All right, Safia. Hi from Florida. I was just down there, and I might go down again soon. How do you get certified as a life coach? I'm not certified. You don't have to be certified, but I'm sure someone else can answer that. I can't stop being dirty. Please help. When you say being dirty, you're talking about physically dirty. You're talking about sexuality, because that could be a rejection of the self. Hey, what's going on, Ryan? Hey, Brad, just sitting in while I work. We'll be responding to your messages today. Thanks for the advice. Yeah, of course. Looking forward to connecting further. What's the craziest age gap you've seen? LMAO. Age gap of like a romantic relationship? Honestly, in my personal life, not very big. Not really big at all. I haven't seen any crazy age gaps, to be honest. That's incredible. Slowly working through my own mental health struggles. Hey, Kai, if you want to shoot me a DM about what you're struggling with, would love to help you out. All right, Peggy, I appreciate you throwing this down below. I didn't read it yet, but it looks like this is going to be big. Okay. I'm 40, divorced for 7 years, found a great guy 8 months ago, ghosted 4 days ago. Advice on how to heal. Okay, Peggy, this is going to be deep. So if you're in your 40s, it's already going to be, let's get the obvious stuff out of the way. Dating in your 40s compared to your 20s and when you're younger is exceptionally difficult. Also, being divorced for years at a time, being divorced in general breaks so many narratives in your mind. It feels so destructive because the person you envision being with for the rest of your life, that idea is now shattered, right? So now you feel stuck, and then you kind of shut down. You got yourself out there. You started dating a new guy, and like you just said, he was a great guy, but he just ghosted you. So what does this also confirm? He wasn't as good as I thought he was. And then what does that make you feel? Guilty and shameful. Maybe I picked bad partners. Maybe I'm just not enough. I mean, how many more times do I have to date till I finally find love? So how to start healing, Peggy? There's going to be an exceptional amount of accountability, but also a self-awareness around the choice in partners. Because look, a man who's mature, it doesn't matter how long you've been together, he's not going to ghost you. It's simply not going to happen. I want everyone to get that idea out of your head. If they are a good guy or a good girl, they will not ghost you. If they don't want to be with you, they're going to explain exactly why, because there is an actual reason. But if they ghost you, it means they don't have any confidence in themselves. That's not a man you can rely on anyway, Peggy. So it's good that he left, even though it doesn't feel that way. But Peggy, there's a lot of healing lectures that I can send over to you that I like are in the group community that I run. But I'll just shoot those over to you, and we can dive into it in the DMs. Peggy, if you want to shoot me a follow, shoot me a DM about this with just a few more in-depth details about what the last marriage was like and stuff, and why you think this guy might have left. I'd love to give you some more personalized advice there. James, Brad, how are you doing? I told my friend what you told me the other day, and he said, the rest of your comment blanked off. Bobby said, sending you a DM, brother. Hope you're doing good, man. Hey, you as well. Sounds good, Bobby. Looking forward to connecting in the DMs. You're doing schoolwork. It's hurting your head. Yep, when I was in school, I felt the exact same way. Your boyfriend is a lot older than me. Nothing wrong with that. Why did I want to be a life coach? That's a good question. I was diagnosed with depression at 13. Dealt with it until I was 16. And then I was able to completely overcome it through a lot of self-development, practicalities, tactics, getting myself out of my comfort zone. And I just became obsessed. Just every single day was focusing on personal development. And then that kind of expanded to helping other people eventually. And I've been able to help over 100 people in my coaching practice transform their lives so far. So it's been a blessing so far to be able to do this. He said it doesn't count as cheating as he doesn't feel any emotion towards the other women he's friends with. James, was the question the other day of like your friend that's cheating, but their partner doesn't know that they're cheating? I'm not sure. Him saying it doesn't count as cheating if he doesn't feel emotion to the other woman, that has nothing to do with what the agreement is of what cheating is. Like, yes, you could argue that people in relationships get to choose what is cheating and what isn't. Obviously open relationships exist. I don't personally believe that they work, but if he doesn't think it counts as cheating, let him do his thing. I'm not here to judge. I'm just here to help people actually connect to themselves if they want to do it. And if he wants to keep being dishonest to his partner, he can do that and destroy his life in the process. I'm not a part of that. Yeah, we were married for 9 years since our 20s. I never knew about ghosting till now. It's a new concept. People just think it's okay to be romantically involved with someone and just leave them like that. Now, that being said, if you slept with someone on the first date and then they never talked to you ever again, you can take accountability there, and they can ghost you or they cannot talk to you again. Like, that's fine. But if you guys have been in a relationship, yes, it's unacceptable for ghosting. It's pretty disgusting behavior. All right, Samantha, 36, don't like dating apps, can't seem to find anyone to be with. Samantha, have you tried going up to men in person? I know it's scary, but have you tried it? What's going on, Rue? Are you doing okay? Is ghosting people a bad thing? 100%. Because even if you don't want to be with them, that's completely fine. It's you ghosting someone shows that you have such a lack of confidence within yourself. You really can't send like optimally you're over the phone or in person telling someone you don't want to be with them. But even just sending a text, hey, this isn't gonna work out. See you never. Like that's better than just not saying anything. But you're so like, oh, let me just go on to the next person. They don't deserve any sort of respect. Let me just ghost them. It's a reflection of you. How do you know if someone you know is depressed? Or if... Wait, why is my comment section bugging out? Oh, how do you know if someone's depressed or if you yourself is depressed even without a diagnosis? Well, yeah, here's the thing. I'm not a medical professional, so I don't diagnose people. So if you really think you're suffering from something like clinical depression, I highly recommend go see a psychiatrist, go see a psychologist, go see a medical professional. But there is also a difference between depression and deep sadness. A lot of people are experiencing deep sadness that they don't know how to process, and then it morphs into them labeling it as depression. But if you feel like you're stuck, also do some first reflection points. Am I passionate about what I'm doing in my life? Do I care about the work that I do? How do I feel when I get up in the morning? Do I have good relationships? Like, there's a lot of things, and also, what are the things that I'm doing to contribute to me feeling so stuck? That's also something you can dive into as well. But for a diagnosis, definitely talk to a therapist or someone, psychiatrist about that. All right, let's see. We got some more. It's a 20-year age gap. Okay. I mean, is a 20-year age gap bad? Well, it depends. How old are you and how old is he? Life coach versus therapist. Therapists are medical professionals. Life coaches are not. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of other distances or changes, but differences. But it's my general thing. What are you cutting off on the client's Al Masca said, what are you cutting off on the client's path to their goal? I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that, if you could rephrase that question. Peggy, DM me? Sounds good. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Can't say that I've ever tried that. Yeah, Samantha, that could be a really good action step. And Samantha, I'll give you some tactics in the DMs to help you do that if you want to shoot me a follow. James said, so my question was, what do I do, as I don't think it's right? Oh, yes. Is there any way to tell her discreetly? Of course there is. Your friendship will go, though. Are you okay? If you're okay, if your morals are like, hey, I'm going to tell her that he's cheating and I'm okay with not being friends with him anymore and destroying all this, feel free to do it. So she doesn't know that he's cheating on her? Is that what the situation is? Oh, we got a lot of messages that came in. Oh, we got some spam comments too. Hold up, guys. Hold up. What question would you... Hold on. Almasca said, what question would you like a client to ask you that no one has ever asked you before? Oh, that's a good question. What would I like one of my clients to ask me? I would have to think about that one. That's a deep one. I appreciate you asking that, though. I feel like a lot of my clients ask all of the different spectrums of everything. So it's always my clients challenge me all the time. I'm always learning. I'm always growing. They put me in positions where I'm like, okay, I haven't interacted with this before. It's fun, and it's also very serious at the same time. But we integrate the creativity into it. I'm okay. The ghosting convo just tracks right now. Also, still no reply. All right. Well, let's see what happens. But obviously, this is morphing into a serious conversation or serious situation for you and your partner, Rue. I hired a secretary, then found out her brother's the mayor, and now she's suddenly flirting, but she's not my type, and I'm unsure of how to handle it without making things awkward. You hired a secretary and found out her brother's the mayor, and she's subtly flirting with you, but she's not your type. Fire her and find a new secretary. Let's see. How don't blank if I'm from Russia? I can't answer that on TikTok Live, so if you want to shoot me a DM about that, PY6, feel free to do so. No, I don't want to end the friendship. That's why I want to do it discreetly. I'm not the only one. You gotta have a serious conversation with him. If he is dishonest in his romantic relationship with the person you're supposed to be the most honest with, how does that reflect his relationship with you? Right? So you have to have a serious conversation. Don't just ask him what his opinion is and why he thinks it's okay. Tell him why you believe it isn't. And hey, this is infringing on our relationship and our friendship. We're gonna have problems if you keep doing that. That's where this conversation needs to go. I reported the spam. Oh, thanks, bro. Person in the group that knows you're the only. You're not the only person. I'm having a hard time. Any advice? I have no motivation to continue. Well, Helly. I don't know what it is exactly that you're having a hard time with. So if you could clarify that, I'd love to give you advice. And if you're not comfortable throwing it in the comment section on TikTok Live, shoot me a follow and shoot me a DM about this. I get back to everybody. Wyatt, you gotta go. Sounds good. We'll see you soon. Ryan said, how important do you think it is for a client to include spirituality in their daily life? Very important, but it's all up to the individual, right? There's people who are religious. I'd say I'm a spiritual person, but I'm not a part of a particular religion. So, but even people that aren't religious, like spirituality is integrated into everything around you every single day. Your perception creates your reality. Everyone talks about manifestation as this out there concept. You're manifesting your reality every day. I'll give you a very practical example. You wake up, you're in a bad mood. How does the rest of your day go? Traffic is worse than ever. Your boss sucks. You hate what you're doing today. Everything just sucks. What happens when you're in a good mood? Wow, my boss was pretty nice today. Traffic, it was kind of bad, but I was be able to be present still, right? And you see how your analysis, your perception, how you feel, how you view the outside external reality that in part has nothing to do with you, but everything to do with you at the same time. Again, these paradoxical truths. This is so it's important to be it. But you could argue anything is spiritual or not spiritual, but I think yes, it's important. But there's many different components to spirituality and philosophy. How to get back on hobbies after working from home all day? What hobbies are you trying to get to, Anna? Also, your name is interesting. Your name is Anna Isn't Creative. I think you're probably exceptionally deeply creative. It's going to be important to tap into that. It's a little story about me. When I was younger, I deeply believed that I deeply believed I wasn't creative. I'd hear people come up with different ideas, strategies, viewpoints, and I'd just be like, I'm sitting here with no ideas. I felt stuck. I felt different. I felt like the outcast. I've always felt like that. And I felt I wasn't creative. And then when I found my crafts, the things I truly cared about, I leaned into them as much as possible. And now I genuinely feel like I'm one of the most creative people I know. And so to get back to your hobbies after working all day, set time aside for it. Make it intentional. Don't just do it like, oh, let me maybe do my hobby. Hey, at 7 p.m., I'm definitely doing this for at least 15 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, whatever the case is. Show said, ever had a girlfriend? I don't know, are you asking me that question? I've had many girlfriends, most of which didn't work out, except the relationship I'm in now. It's very fulfilling. We've been together for over a year. What if he's really struggling? I feel bad. I wish I could help. It's my struggle. Yes, when you're in a relationship, his struggles are yours and your struggles are his. But if you're not communicating those struggles and being open about it and he's not giving you space to help him at all, that's a problem. Now, that being said, again, this is something you can work on. It's a pattern that a lot of men have of shutting out their women. But you can't shut her out completely, right? You got to work on these things together. That's how you relate. The feminine women deeply challenge you as a man. They challenge the essence of your soul. If you are not ready for that, if you are not willing to step up to the plate for the challenge, you cannot be in a fulfilling long-term relationship. He needs to step up to the plate, as did I. Wasn't comfortable, but it was worth it. We're only 19. I've never had a conversation like that. I was thinking about making a spam. I don't know what you mean by making a spam. Oh, a spam account? Yeah, I mean, dude, I wouldn't be sneaky about this. You got to be direct. You haven't had a conversation like that? Good. First time. You're going to level yourself up and your relationship in the process. Or it'll end. But either way, you'll be more honest and in tune. How should I face failure in my life? Most of your failure is simply a roadblock. It is not failure. It's only failure because you say it is. If you fail something, you can most things in life that you fail, you can retry. So you didn't actually fail. You just didn't do that good. So look at it like that. That'll be a good starting place. And Samuel, if you want some more insights on what exactly you feel like you're failing at, feel free to shoot me a follow and a DM about it. Oh, this is a really good question. This is the age-old question, Amy said. Why are good people always the ones who get hurt? Because the good people are not aware of the bad people. They think that kindness works 100% of the time. It does not. It doesn't matter how much kindness you give to somebody who wants to manipulate you, they will do it anyway. And because you're so nice and such a good person, you're naive. You don't address reality. So because you're so nice to people, they take advantage. They walk all over you. Be a nice person. Be kind. Don't turn into this cold-hearted person. Be nice and be kind, and the second that somebody takes that to their advantage, you confront them immediately. And that's how you get what you want. Accountant telling her through that, yeah, I don't think, that's not what I think you should do, James. Who do you think you are? It's not about you. I don't know what that was in reference to. Brad, you have a nice, beautiful girlfriend, and you're wise and fair, so I trust your opinion. I'm glad to hear the advice resonates. You have a good one. You as well. Appreciate the follows, guys. I'm a graphic designer. Then after work, I feel like it's hard to get back at creative hobbies. Oh, yeah. Well, you're being creative all day. So don't shame yourself for feeling a little bit tired. Give yourself some time to rest. But what are your creative hobbies that you want to get into? Nah, man. Some people are genuinely not creative. I'm not creative at all. Exactly, James. That's a lie that you tell yourself. I was in the exact same position as you. Exact same. I firmly 100% believed I was not creative. 100%. No doubt in my mind. I said it just like you said. No, some people aren't creative. I'm not creative at all. Blanket statement, that's all I said to myself. And guess what? I stayed uncreative for the next year or two. Then when I started to open up myself to, hey, because James, you don't have to open yourself up to like, hey, I'm definitely a creative person. Like, we don't have to be delusional about this and just like go from one end of the spectrum to the other. But James, just open yourself up to the idea. What if I could potentially be creative? What if in some small capacity I could lean towards that? It'll give your mind the opportunity, the gateway to start to find those things. That girl, advice for someone who has multiple career path interests, like I want to collect multiple degrees. Oh, this is a classic one. This is something that I used to think to myself. I used to want to be in law enforcement, be in the federal government. Then I wanted to, what else did I want to do? I don't know. I wanted to do like 5 things at once. Find the thing that you can see yourself doing every single day for 40 plus years. The thing that you'd love to build. Now here's the thing. You may not need, first like 1.5 years of your college days are usually classes that don't have nothing to do with your major anyway. They're like general education classes everyone needs to take. So with that in mind, you have some time, right? You don't have to, but also, how old are you? Where are you at now? All right, I feel so happy when I'm at school, but when I'm alone, I break down. I feel people I love slip away. Okay, yeah. I saw you shot me a follow. If you want to shoot me a DM about this, we're going to go really deep on it. But you feel happy when you're with other people. When you're alone, you break down. Ask yourself, what am I running away from? What emotions haven't I processed? Where do I feel stuck? Where do I feel a lack of passion? Where do I feel like people don't care? And it may not even be that in reality they don't care, but I'm creating narratives in my mind that if they don't do X, Y, and Z, meet these expectations, then I feel like they don't care. Right? That's a good place to start for you. How to deal with business negotiation, the anxiety and fear. Let it be there. Don't run away from it. Maybe if this is the first few times you're doing some sort of business negotiation, you're going to be afraid. First few times I had to negotiate prices in my business, it's not fun. It's not easy. But go into the negotiation knowing where you want things to be and what the absolute lowest you are going to be satisfied with taking. And do not go lower than that no matter what. You'll find something else if this doesn't work out in the way that you want it to. Don't settle just because it's a negotiation. I asked my question to this old guy with no girlfriend on TikTok, and he was crazy trolling. It happens. I don't know what my talent is, how to find it. Try as many things as possible. You feel like you've seen people play golf and you wouldn't like it, go play golf. I never thought I would go bowling once a year just for fun with my friends once a year. And one of my friends in high school was like, yo, you should join the bowling team. I'm like, bowling team? That sounds like it's for losers. And guess what? I did it. And it doesn't fulfill my soul, but I enjoy doing it once in a while. It's a little hobby, right? So just try as many things as possible if you don't know what your hobby is. But also, you want your hobby, or you want your talents, your skills, your passion to be fueled into your soul and into the work that you do. So you can look at different jobs, different businesses, different endeavors and industries that can satisfy that part of you. Look at things you're interested in. You don't have to be passionate about it at the beginning. When I started playing drums, my drum set's right over there. I didn't know I was passionate about it. I was just like, okay, sure, let me try it. Best decision I ever made. Been playing for 9 years. So just try new things. I used to draw a lot, make animation, paint. I don't even read my books anymore, just work. Do you feel you're drained energetically from work? Where do you feel like the gap is? Why you feel stuck? Mia, do you think an atheist and a spiritual slash religious person could have a healthy relationship? That's a good question. Well, it depends. It's possible. But if somebody is spiritual or religious, and let's say their core value is to be 100% honest because God is watching and you want the best relationship, and somebody who's atheist who, let's say, theoretically doesn't believe anything matters and there's no God and nothing matters, and they're willing to lie to you about little things, then the healthy relationship wouldn't work. It's more about core values than are we a part of the exact same religion and spiritual faith. It's more of like core values, and those core values happen to align with different faiths. But if you have the core values on page, but you have a little bit of different spiritual beliefs, could definitely work. Do I miss Christmas? I didn't celebrate Christmas. I was sick in bed with a fever for 6 days straight. Give up on an avoidant. Well, you don't want to label them as an avoidant. They may have avoidant tendencies, but it may not be exactly who they are. But you're saying give an avoidant, go no contact. No contact, I'm not a fan of that. I don't think that should ever be in the equation. But yeah, cold. It's more of deeper than just a general question on do I give up on an avoidant. I don't know what your relationship dynamic is like, how long you've been together, how they avoid you, what types of conversations, what the situation is. So if you want to shoot me in the chat or a DM about the more in-depth details about this, I'd love to help you make a good decision for your relationship. What would you say is creativity? As the only things I'm good at is some academics and tennis. Well, it's a good starting place. What would I say creativity is? Creativity is simply just creation. Anything that you bring from your head into the world, into reality. Things that you're creating, that you're advancing in. I'm answering questions nonstop. I'm like getting out of breath. So give me a second, guys. Big ambition, but laziness and feeling lost as of late. You're a teen. This was me. From probably 16 years old to like 18, maybe even 19. I felt very ambitious, but lazy at the same time. Couldn't actually get myself to do anything, and I felt lost. You want to get yourself. You want to find things you actually care about, and start small. Don't try to find the number one passion that's going to consume the rest of your life. Start with, hey, do I enjoy this? Let's do it a little bit more. I care about this value. Let me incorporate it. I want to have these types of conversations. Dive into that more. I want to initiate this. Do it. Right? Do the small things first. And Allie, if you're trying to find this on a deep basis for yourself, feel free to shoot me a follow and a DM about it. I graduated with my bachelor's in psychology. Very nice. I remember you asked a question above, but I don't. There were a lot of other questions coming. So could you rephrase it if that was adding on to some other stuff? Let's see. I try really hard, but I can't build discipline. It's because you're trying too hard. Discipline is not about trying; it's about doing. Tell yourself you're going to do this thing for 5 minutes. Go to the gym for 10 minutes, not an hour. You're going to end up being in there more than 10 minutes. Just tell yourself you're going to do it for that way. What's going on? What's going on? Yeah, read your YouTube chat. Yeah, I've been focusing more on TikTok since a lot of the comments on YouTube are most of them are troll, and most of the comments on TikTok are pretty productive. What is your personal philosophy as a coach? What do you believe about changing people? That's a good question. Everyone always told me that people can't change. And I've heard people in their 40s say, oh, people don't change. I think it's a complete lie. That being said, as people get older, it's harder to change. But people can absolutely change, but it has to come from internally. It's not like somebody externally is going to convince you to change yourself. You just have a desire to change it. There's a little spark, and someone else externally can help you do that. Like, that's what my coaching is. Somebody needs to want to grow. It's not my job to convince them to want to grow. They want to grow, because here's the thing. If I hop on a session with somebody and they don't want to grow, advice is going in one ear out the other. Any questions? One ear out the other. And they're going to hop off the session, not do absolutely anything to change their life. So people need to desire to change. But they absolutely can if they want to. Also, my bad for mentioning it again. I don't want to end a 10-year friendship with him over his girlfriend. Well, I mean, again, you don't have to end a 10-year relationship or friendship with him. You can still have a serious conversation. Here's the thing. If you have a 10-year friendship and you can't have a serious conversation with him about this, what is the foundation for your friendship if you can't disagree on things, if you can't have a conversation? Let's see. I would tell her, but indirectly. Mia, thank you. You're welcome. Let's see. When you work from home, the home becomes the office, no time to clock out, so I guess it's draining. Yes, Anna, I've experienced this. Here's what you're going to want to do. Go to the library. Go to a co-working space. Go to a coffee shop. Stop working in your house 24/7. You can't separate it. You just work and, okay, my bed. Like, go to other places. That's very much helped me. Very much helped me. Are you familiar with rumination? Absolutely. Absolutely. Going in the same place, the same direction, over and over and over again when feeling like you can't escape it. Would you say I just leave it? It's been on my mind for a while, but from what you're saying, it's not my problem. It's not your problem directly, but I'm saying it could be. Could interact with your friendship and him being dishonest with you. But again, you can have a serious conversation without ending a relationship. I think I have daddy issues. What do I do? Well, it's your daddy issues would probably affect your relationships romantically. So my question to you would be, how do you feel like that's showing up? What type of men or women do you attract? I don't know if you're a guy or a girl. What courses do I need in grade 11 for the medical field? And fortunately, I wouldn't be able to answer that question for you. You want to talk to someone in the industry for that. Being creative isn't a being creative, it's a skill that you work on, not something you're just born with. I think it's both. I think we're all born with it, and you find these skills externally to take that creativity and expand it with. I fear I can't be in a relationship because of my chronic anxiety. Well, look at the nature of your question. I fear I can't be in a relationship. You are afraid that you can't be in a relationship. That doesn't mean that you can't. This is a narrative that you're telling yourself. Because I feel this way, it means I can't do that. These are separate conversations. You're making it one, right? But also, Checker Toby, I don't know where you're at with this. So if you've been anxious for your entire life and it's really deep, obviously it's something to work through. So Toby, if you want to shoot me a follow and a DM about this, we'd love to see where you're at with it and help you out. Interesting, the 60-year-old guy giving advice was so bad at it, and you're in your 20s and you're good. I feel better now. I appreciate you saying that. That means a lot, because really all the criticism I've received from, I mean, by the way, people that, weren't really ever paying attention to what I do, but everyone in my personal life when I started my coaching practice, you're too young, what do you know, what are you going to talk about? While someone would want to go to someone in their 60s over you to talk about, get advice for, but exactly your point here. So I appreciate you saying that. Let's see. Appreciate the follows, guys. How do you know you're over a breakup? Okay. Panga. Here's my explicit, how do you know if you're over a breakup method. You ready? Imagine your ex-partner sleeping with somebody that is not you. See how you feel. If you feel a large spike in emotion, you're not over them. If you imagine it, you're like, cool, I don't really care. You're over them. That's what I do for myself. Not my most professional take, but that's what I do personally. I'm alone during breaks at school, and people stare at me and laugh. Are they really that immature? Sounds like they are. How does one stop being so negative about life? Well, it's first understanding, silly, that the reason as to why you think life is so negative is because you've been through negative experiences. You have evidence to back up your claim. There's nothing invalid about it. But you haven't lived enough life to contribute life to only being a negative experience. You haven't experienced the positivity that is right around the corner for you. So silly, if you want to shoot me a follow and a DM about this, I'd love to point you in the right direction, see how old you are, see where you're at, and how you can just reintroduce a lot of that positivity into your life to start to shift your perspective on this. Malak said, I'm working on a new company on client service. Clients are so rude to me and I don't feel fine. Okay, well, if your clients are rude to you, don't accept them as clients. I don't allow my clients to disrespect me. I had this one guy in my coaching practice who made some interesting remarks, kicked out. Had this other guy who was like, yeah, I don't know if this is for me, and it absolutely was. He just wasn't open to growing, and he hung up on me, and then called me back, and I called him back, and then he was having another conversation with me. I'm like, brother, you're not going to disrespect me like this. And then he reached out to me months later. It's like, brother, you have no place in my business. You have no place as a client with me. So if your clients are disrespecting you, you confront them and say, hey, you're not going to talk to me this way. We're going to have to readjust this if we're going to do this relationship together. And if you can't change that, that's fine. You're off of my client list. And again, there's finances involved in this. But either way, do not compromise your integrity and your sanity to make money. That's how you end up miserable like everybody else. When your friends copy your business and tell you not to be selfish and just help. I've had many of my friends, some of them are my actual friends, like threaten and say like, "Oh, bro, I'm just gonna like do what you do. It's so easy and just make a business online and blah blah blah." None of them have done it. I have OCD and I'm currently doing ERP. It's brutal, but I'm motivated. I'm not sure what ERP is. Let me look up what that is. What is ERP? Enterprise? No, that's not that. Yeah, could you? What is ERP? Could you throw that down below, Alex? Almasco, what is your main advice to those who want to start changing but keep putting it off? Imagine your life in 5 years from now if you don't change. How broke you're going to be, how miserable you're going to be, the lack of fulfilling relationships, waking up doing the same monotonous things every day. If that doesn't scare you, I don't know what will. How old are you? Not that it truly matters, just curious on your real life experience. I'm 22. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Oh, exposure therapy. Very nice. Very nice. I didn't know the shorter term for exposure therapy. The gold standard for OCD is torturous. Yeah, exposure therapy is, it's like you're afraid of spiders. You put the spider away from you, then closer, then on your hand. Well, yeah, what is it that you are exposing yourself more with? What is it that you feel you want to distance yourself from, but you're working on developing a relationship with? Why do people say that introverted people are arrogant and cold without knowing them? People would say that people who are introverted are arrogant and cold because they don't understand the peace that a lot of introverted people have. They need to be around people 24/7, and when they see somebody who's comfortable in their own skin, they have to judge somebody about it. How do you deal with your minimal life experience and coaching others with possibly more? Because I focus on self-growth, relationships, and spirituality. Most people who are in their 40s, 50s, and 60s haven't paid attention to that a day in their life. They repeat their childhood patterns throughout all their relationships. They get married, they get divorced, they choose the wrong partners, they go and study something at university that they don't care about, they get a job that they hate, and then they come and they're like, oh, what do I do now? I'm 40. There just wasn't awareness around it. Spirituality, are you religious? I'm not. I like to refer to myself as a spiritual man, but I'm not a part of a particular religion. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, everybody. But yeah, I'm in my early 20s. Most of my clients are older than me, and I help them make a ton of progress. I do all my coaching services month to month, so I wouldn't have a business if what I did didn't help people. I have to just live with my irrational thoughts when my brain is used to always needing certainty. Oh yeah, well here's the thing, Alex, this is getting you closer to your vulnerabilities. It is impossible as a human being to be completely certain. It is impossible to be completely certain all the time. The brain seeks certainty. We always want to. We feel comfort in our beliefs. We have an ego. We want to believe that we're right. We want to believe that we have control. There's a lot of things in reality that we don't have any control over. This is closer to our humanity, our vulnerabilities. And when you develop a relationship with that, and you understand that all of your thoughts are not 100% congruent with reality, you can then get closer to allowing yourself to feel these emotions and have the thoughts come in, out, and leave without you attaching yourself too much to them. What a philosophy that may help you, the Tao Te Ching, more of Eastern philosophy. It's also a religion. A lot of good stuff there. It's like paradoxical spirituality, but it's very interesting. I try to be cool and not be too sensitive, but friends and family joke a lot and act tough. Advice. Oh, yes, L. I appreciate you sharing this. Because a lot of the clients that I work with that are women are getting more in tune with their sensitivity and their vulnerabilities. And men have a very difficult time with it too. This is something that I've struggled with extensively in my life, right? I'm a very sensitive person. Now, that being said, I'm not as sensitive to people that I don't know, right? But for people that I know, when they're judging me, and they're judging me based on a foundation that either isn't true or they haven't actually looked into, I feel very sensitive. Like, I get triggered very fast by people that I'm close to. And there's also certain people that just know how to push my buttons. But here's the thing. There's nothing wrong with your sensitivity. It's bringing you closer to reality. Most people who are joking and acting tough and not acknowledging how you feel and acknowledging reality, right? they're not as connected to reality as you are. You feel so sensitive because you're acknowledging what's real and what isn't. You're feeling, you're experiencing that, right? Don't run away from that. Develop a relationship with that part of you. Don't shame yourself or guilt yourself for it. And also have open conversations with people about that. Like, starting to tell more people, like, when they do piss you off, and like, hey, like, you don't have to put on a mask anymore. You don't have to please them. CC said, apologies, but you come off across very arrogant. Have you heard this before? Yeah, I've heard that before. I've heard basically everything before in my life. But yeah, CC, the way I was answering your questions, I guess I came off as arrogant because of the way that you phrased them. So I was phrasing them in a certain way. Santos said, you know nothing. Thank you for your opinion. What iPhone do you use live? This is the iPhone 17 Pro Max. Have you come into situations where clients or others may see you as arrogant or insecure? No, I have not come into a situation with a client where they have seen me as arrogant. Actually, one person. One single client. Oh, you put that back on me. Interesting. No. I didn't put anything back on you. Simply having an open conversation. Welcome in, everybody. Feel free to throw some... Oh, we had some people requesting. Probably not going to have them on the panel today, though. I like the house of your neighbor. Interesting. Welcome in, everybody. Feel free to throw some questions down below. Let's check out YouTube comments. Nothing new over there. Welcome in, everybody. Feel free to throw some questions down below. If you're dating someone, do you think your boyfriend should ask you to be his Valentine? Huh? Not sure if I fully understood that. Welcome in, everybody. Feel free to throw some questions down below. What you're struggling with, what you're trying to advance with, what you're trying to create in your life. And we shall help you guys out. Let me put this right here real quick. What's going on, Oscar? What's my opinion on non-monogamous relationships? I think they don't work for most people, but there's, of course, exceptions to everything. But most people that agree to an open relationship are doing it out of fear and out of insecurity rather than both people's mutual desire for that. There's a lot of biology that backs and research that backs up that we are kind of territorial as human beings to a certain degree. Like when you have your girlfriend or your boyfriend or your wife, your husband, you want them to yourself. You don't want them to anyone else. And open relationships are a complete rejection of that nature. Do I see UFC? You see UFC? I don't know what you're saying. Do you believe in the zodiac signs? I don't disbelieve in them. I haven't actually done like extensive research on them to believe that they're true or not. But every single person that I have talked to that says that they're into astrology tries to say like, oh, like let me guess your sign. It takes them 5 tries to guess it. So people who are into astrology haven't given it a good name. I'll say that. Really, have you experienced? No, I've refused to do any sort of open relationship with my partners because neither one of us wanted it. But I will say that when I was younger, I would have my main girl and 3 side girls because I thought that was what I wanted, and it made me feel exceptional. It was because I was escaping myself. Do you believe monogamy is the ideal way for humans? In the modern society that we live in, and in the general way that the human psyche works, yes, I do think monogamy is, for the most part, the ideal way to go about things. Advice on getting a driver's license. Allow yourself to be nervous. Allow yourself to, feel like you're going to make mistakes, but you'll be fine. You'll be fine. So I don't know what it's like in your state, but here you had to get driving lessons with like a professional and stuff like that. So you could do that if you're really afraid of it. Oh, if you're already dating someone, do you think your partner should ask you to be their Valentine even if you're already dating? It's a little cute thing to do. It's definitely not some sort of expectation I'd cast onto them. All right, CC, I'm going to ignore your comments, just not because you're a bad person or anything like that, but you're not adding to the conversation. You're just asking me for my opinion, and when I give it, you just try and shame me for it and say I have no life experience. So appreciate you jumping in, man, but we're not going to be answering your comments anymore. All right, welcome in, everyone. Feel free to throw some questions down below. Let's see, this is a good question. How do I find... Yeah, that's crazy. Do you think science and Bible can be true at the same time? It's a good question. I actually haven't read the Bible in its entirety, so unfortunately, I can't give a 100% valid explanation of that. But I've heard a lot of people say that the answer to that question is yes, that have read the Bible extensively. All right, Doggio. Yeah. How do I get rid of procrastination? Okay. Getting rid of procrastination. Most of the time procrastination occurs because your brain does not see the association and the worthiness behind doing the action for an extensive period of time for the outcome. It doesn't seem like the outcome is worth it. So you avoid doing it in its entirety. If this is something that you need to do, break it down into very small chunks. Tell yourself you're going to write this essay for 5 minutes instead of an hour. That'll get you to the starting place. But if you're procrastinating on something that you maybe don't even entirely need to do, don't force yourself to do it. Don't force yourself to do it. What's going on, Cody? I can't stop gooning. I try every day, but still fail. This is something I've struggled with extensively. It's stuff to, it's a little bit difficult. Well, it's massively difficult because your sexuality is intertwined in everything. Sex is always a part of the equation. And if you're not experiencing it, or you don't have a way to express your creativity, because that's also what sex is in some capacity, it kind of feels like you're limiting yourself, and then you revert to do. But think of it. Gooning is essentially, hey, I'm doing the thing that I want to hold sacred with somebody, that I want to express intimately, and I'm doing it in the confines of myself, and I hide it from people. There's inevitably shame in that. And that guilt and shame is being casted towards yourself, which you don't want to keep doing. Appreciate the heart, Cody. How do I figure out how every day of my life from now till it's over? How do I figure out every day from my life now until it's over, being that I have neurodivergence? Yeah, absolutely. You want to plan things out on a very small basis, right? I know saying taking it day by day sounds like very general advice, and I don't mean take it day by day and go with the flow. I mean take it day by day and plan things out. Actually give yourself space to the things that you want to expand upon. And that'll be a good starting place for you. Be intentional. Your mind is going to go into 10,000 different directions. Give it a place to go. Give it something to focus on. And when it inevitably goes in different places, don't shame yourself for it. If 50% of marriages end in divorce, is marriage worth it? That's a good question. Well, most of marriages also, I believe, end in divorce because most people don't actually know what they want in a relationship. Most people don't know themselves. Most people feel very stuck. Most people haven't asked themselves what they truly want. So they inevitably get with somebody, and they settle, and then they have kids, and then everything goes to shit. So you want to actually know who you are, talk about your values on the first date. That's what me and my girlfriend did. What do you value? What do you care about? These are important questions to ask. Don't just have fun in the first few months or years of your relationship. Appreciate the heart. Or actually, I don't know if it was a heart, but appreciate the gift. Have you watched Heated Rivalry? I have not. I don't watch any TV shows anymore. The thing is, I don't know what I want or what to gravitate towards. Absolutely. Start with anything, really anything. Like if it takes, hey, let me go walk on a trail near me. Let me go on Google and just look up, hey, I'm 18. What are some things I could do in my free time? Like just start with the most minimal things possible. And you'll kind of get a core sense of what you gravitate towards. You start to get an identity of kind of like, okay, I feel like this resonates and this doesn't. Pay attention to the things you feel gravitated towards. And it doesn't always start off that way. For example, JK, when I started playing the drums 9 years ago, I wasn't passionate about it. My dad played when he was younger. He played all the time. I was just like, okay, sure, I'll try lessons. And I tried it. And then I became exceptionally connected to it. So you may not feel connected to it or gravitated towards it in the beginning. Just start doing new things, and then you'll find your path from there. Again, it sounds easy, but it's simple, but it's not easy. My baby is the only value to me now. Well, that's definitely. I don't think your baby should be the only value in your life. If your baby is the only value you feel like you have, then I think there's something deeper to be addressed. But I do think that's your baby being your number one priority and value is definitely exceptionally important. That's awesome. How did you get that serenity? I wouldn't say I'm fully filled with serenity. I'm always growing. I'm always advancing. Applesauce, appreciate the gifts. I'm always growing. I'm always advancing. But being more connected and in tune with myself and what I'm building and what I care about, and being aligned with that every day is something that helps me out feel more grounded. Mom is Muslim, my dad is Catholic. I'm 21 now and confused to choose what I'll believe because they teach me both. Okay, yeah, look, this is Inidara. Sorry if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. This is not something you need to figure out overnight. Allow yourself to be gravitated. Look at that, I have a cowboy hat. Allow yourself to be gravitated towards both things. Appreciate you, applesauce. Allow yourself to be gravitated. See what resonates. Do some more research. Do some more integration. Do more of the religious practices. Don't feel like you need to make a decision now that you're 21. Now that you're, an adult, right? Allow yourself to still study this. Give yourself time. There's nothing wrong with that. Do you think long distance works? It can for some people, but it's exceptionally difficult, Diana. I tell people a lot, if you started the relationship on long distance and you've never met each other in person, it's very dangerous because you could meet someone in person 6 months, a year, 2 years later, and I don't like the way they snap. I don't like the way that they smell. And then it's like, okay, what are we going to do now, right? We wasted so much time. But if you're in a relationship and you have to do long distance based on work or something like that, and you guys truly see each other being with each other for the rest of your life, do the long distance. If you guys are committed to each other, the long distance is going to be a test of that. It's not going to be easy, but it'll be worth it. Are going to concerts solo better than not going at all? Yes, Jenna. A while back, I go to concerts mostly with my dad or with my girl or with some of my friends or people I know that are into music. But if you enjoy the artist, go by yourself. I saw this artist, Hail the Sun. I love their very small. They're not like a big band that everyone knows, but I really like their stuff. And I went by myself. Do I feel better going to a concert with other people and sharing the experience? Sure. But I told myself, hey, I'm not going to miss out on this experience just because no one can go with me. All right. Catching up to all the comments. Going to get to all you guys and what's going on. Nat said 7-month situationship. And yeah, Jenna and Diana, if you want to shoot me a follow about some of these deeper components of the relationship questions, feel free to. Love to dive into the DMs with you on this stuff. All right, 7-month situationship ended and been on no contact for a month right now. Do you think he will contact me again? Okay, so you did it. I'm not trying to shame you for this in any way, shape, or form, but you did everything wrong. First problem, situationship. Why do you guys accept situationships for yourself? It's relationships. We're committed to each other or we're not. Situationships are bound to end, and they are bound to end in somebody being hurt. And in this case, you're the one being hurt. Going no contact is a new trend. This only disconnects you further from yourself, what you want in the relationship. Can somebody please tell me the purpose of going no contact? Oh, so we could work on ourselves individually. Oh, so you don't have to challenge each other in a relationship together and actually flourish together? Oh, I need to find myself. Okay, it's important to find yourself, and you can do that together while taking time for yourself, right? There is no reason to go no contact. Period. And same thing with like being in contact with your ex. Hey, we're going to go no contact. Hey, yeah, we're going to go no contact for the rest of our lives. That's why we broke up with each other. We're together or we're not. The only time where I personally believe it is acceptable to still talk and be in contact with your ex is if you have kids together. If you do not and you're still friends with your ex, how do you think your future partner is going to view that? Because if my girl was friends with her ex, guess what? Guess when I would be in a relationship with her? Never. And vice versa. This is a value system. You are not together for a reason. Keep it that way. This is somebody you used to sleep with, you used to be intimate with. You're not going to process things and move on and be fully connected with somebody new if you're constantly staying connected to them. Don't do it. All right, so if you got the chance to relive your teenage years, would you do it? Probably not, because then it would mess up the timeline, and then like my life would end up differently, and maybe it'd be worse. So probably not. Let's see. Where's the next question? I knew you played drums. Yep. Ignoring all I say now. Yeah, Cece, I made an announcement in front of this entire live that we're not going to be answering your questions anymore because they're not productive. What's your college experience? I dropped out of university during technically, I guess, my second year. I went for a semester, took a semester off, then went back to another school, and then dropped out finally. I hated school my entire life, and then I finally decided to put it down. And, man, I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed that I did. What do I do if the music I listen to makes me feel depressed, but I really enjoy listening to it? Yes, I've experienced this extensively. Stop listening to it. Not entirely, listen to it sometimes, but if it's making you feel depressed, and you're saying, oh my God, why am I so depressed all the time? You're doing it to yourself. You are you are causing the problem, and you are also the solution to the problem. So you are not the victim. You are the one in control. Gifted, I don't really understand your question. I tried that before long distance. Yeah, it's very difficult. Is it weird to not feel like I know anything about romantic relationships? And there's too many rules. Well, there's not that many. I wouldn't say there's rules in romantic relationships. It's values. It's things that you genuinely connect to and you're passionate about that help you fulfill your soul. So, but it's not weird to feel like you don't know much. No, of course not. If you haven't had that much experience, so you could do some more research. You could ask some more questions here, dive into some more stuff. But yeah, it's not weird to feel that way. If you don't know that much, maybe you don't know that much, but there's nothing wrong with that. You'll learn. We all start from somewhere. I don't understand all these phrases: situationship, relationship, intimacy. Maybe it's so situationship is essentially being in like a romantic. Situationship is essentially being romantically involved with someone, being intimate with them, but not committing to each other. So you're setting yourself up for failure and to feel disconnected. HP keeps asking the same question. You keep asking the same question of what's my college experience. I already answered your question. Help me, one girlfriend. What? Are you in a relationship? Yes, I'm in a very satisfying relationship with my girlfriend. I love her very much. Thank you a lot. Yeah, of course, Natina. What's the worst part of you? Oh my god, this is a really good question, Senior. Holy crap. Okay. I appreciate you asking this. Time for me to be vulnerable. What is the worst part of you that you've ever come across? My capacity for manipulation. I would use like honesty as an excuse to be dishonest. I had this one relationship where I was with her for a year and a half, but only committed to her for like the last 7 months of the relationship. And so I was with her, spending most of my time with her, giving her most of my attention, and I liked her and I cared about her. But I'd always come up with these excuses as to why I needed to be with other girls. I'm young, I want to enjoy my experience. This was very manipulative. And it was really cognizant of my disconnection from myself and just wanting to get around and not knowing what I wanted. So I used women as an escape, as a distraction. And that was manipulative. So there was a very dark part of me that I had to integrate and get very serious about. Hey, I'm not going to put myself in, not that I'm not going to put myself in positions where that's possible. I'm going to develop myself to a point where I don't desire to do that anymore. And that's what I did. And, yeah, so that's an intro to that. Have you mastered self-development yourself? I think mastering some sort of craft, mastering self-development is a very broad term, right? So mastering it in its entirety? No, absolutely not. I'm learning every day just like you guys are. Is using that plant thing for meditation purposes bad? I mean, look, there's science that backs up it's healthy for you in moderation. There's science that backs up it's not. It's up to personal preference. I personally have never used it for meditative purposes, and I don't use it. But if you feel like it serves you, feel free to experiment with it. It is legal, at least where I live. But if you need to rely on it, that could be a different story. I've been in a relationship for 5 years now. What am I supposed to do if he's having sex with other people? Well, if you deem that to be cheating, then you shouldn't be together anymore. At least you should have a serious conversation about it. What would make someone unmatch me after the first date? You're not passionate. You don't have a good personality. You're not charismatic. You're not good looking. There's many different possibilities, but I'm not trying to cast all these onto you and say, oh my god, it could be all these. It could just be that you guys aren't right for each other. You wanted something serious. They wanted something casual. So many different potentials here. You feel so dumb? Don't feel dumb. Everyone starts from somewhere. How do I stop Whistler? Funny, that's a good name. How do I stop obsessing over a guy I like the idea of but don't actually know that well? I'll give you a very practical way to do this, Whistler. The guy that you're obsessing over, the idea of him, but you don't actually know him well, go up to him, ask him for his number, and go on a date. See if you actually like him. That's your assignment. Is it snowing? It was. It's not right now, though. Pogi, what's going on? I like somebody that my parent doesn't approve of. I like someone that my parent doesn't approve of because of their religion, and I don't know what to do. How old are you, Sophie? And what is it? What religion are you a part of? Because obviously there's some religions where they're like you can't talk to anyone outside of that. You're very wise. I appreciate that. He paid for my drink, but the whole vibe was interesting. He complained about work. Okay. If they paid he paid for your drink, but he was just complaining about work on your first date, that's not a man you want to be with. That's not a man that can provide for you. That's not a man that's in tune with himself. So it's good that he honored you. Go find a guy that's not going to complain about everything. You want a guy that's connected to his work, or at least is working on that, not complaining about it. MSV. I've been indecisive in my life. Can you give me any advice? Yes. Indecision is not in its entirety an unnatural thing. The question is, how connected are you to your decisions? You want to alleviate control. You don't want to have the consequences that you made the wrong decision. So you are indecisive. Are indecisive because it's like, well, if I don't make a decision, here's the thing: not making a decision is still making a decision. You're still making a choice, and you may regret that choice. So ask yourself, in making decisions, which one would I regret less? Which one could I live with? Which one might actually serve me? Which one might challenge me, but could lead me to the best version of myself? It's a good place to start for you, MSV. And if you want to shoot me a DM about this, or just shoot me a follow, we'd love to talk to you about it further. How to decrease my weight while upgrading myself to be a better arm wrestler. Yeah, that's a crazy combination. I haven't heard of that. I'll have to come back to that. Bro, I lost $40. Damn. You're 19 and you're Jewish, but your parents aren't very religious, but the person I like isn't. Okay, yes. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess Judaism is an ethnic religion, so your parents may not approve of somebody being that. Well, here's the thing. If this is the one for you, again, I'm not saying and sitting here that this person is, but if you're exceptionally connected to them and you want to be with them, I don't see any reason as to why you can't do that. And there are certain religious traditions that are religious but not godly. I'm not saying that this is one of them. I'm not here to disrespect anyone's beliefs. Just something to ponder about. How to regain custody of my bearded dragon. Break him out of jail. Is your profile picture Sal from Impractical Jokers? That's fire. That's legendary. It's actually fire. Yes, you just won $1 million. Wow, thanks. I'm here with Mr. Beast. Yo, how old am I? I'm 22. Welcome in, everybody. Feel free to send me... Crazy, bro. Crazy comment. Feel free to throw some questions down below, guys. Any questions are welcome. And I'm a life coach. Yes, I am. I've helped a little over 100 men and women who are mostly older than me transform their lives. Where am I from? I'm on the East Coast in the U.S. Bye, Pete's. Thanks for tuning in for 2 seconds and criticizing us. You're spreading positivity and making the world a better place. Just kidding. Should probably work on that. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Any questions are welcome. As it says on the screen, this is what we're diving into. Self-growth, dating, relationships. Do you have a favorite football team? I do not. I personally don't watch any sports. I think it's a waste of time. You enjoy watching it. I'm not here to step on what you enjoy doing, but I have better things to do with my time than watch other men throw a ball. Welcome in, everybody. Hello from Costa Rica. Welcome in. Low ROI. Yeah, low ROI on the sports watching. What's my favorite hobby? Definitely this. Definitely my favorite hobby. Why does the wait staff ask if I want to split the bill on dates? It's awkward and I didn't ask. That's interesting. I've never experienced that. A waiter or waitress saying, do you want to split it? I've never heard that before. Is that a new thing? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Oh, any questions are welcome, guys. I attract, I don't chase, but I want higher tier women. Well, there's a difference between chasing and going up to women in person. You don't have to chase a woman to go up to her and get her number. If I was so like, I'm not saying this is you, but I just attract women into my life and like I never go up to them, blah blah blah. Like I just wait for them to come to me. Like how egotistical are you? Um, so I met the most beautiful girl I've ever met in my entire life because I went up to her in a coffee shop. And if I sat there and said like, oh, I'm just gonna wait for her to come up to me, she didn't even see me. Like so, definitely want to take some action. 2 times in New York Italian and Japanese restaurant. Interesting. I don't know what's going on in New York. Haven't experienced that there. Hi Brad, what's going on, Elizabeth? Welcome back in. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. No, I talk to a lot of women, but I'm not willing to chase her. Of course, if you have to create a dynamic where you're chasing someone to get their approval, you're already losing. Should never be like that way for a man or woman. Why do I keep sniffling? I'm like, I think it's because of the drink I had. Also, it's like 10 degrees here outside. Really cold weather the last few days, so I think that's why I'm sniffling. Eli, what's going on? How do you feel about one-sided friendships? If you have a relationship that is one-sided, you don't have a relationship that is truly intentional to you guys. After how much time is it a red flag with no ring? That's a good question. How long have you guys been together? Because I don't think it's a time thing. It's like an effort, commitment, how long you guys want to be, if you guys truly want to be with each other for the rest of your lives, and communication and conversations around that. So, AA, how long have you been with your partner? I struggle with intrusive thoughts and getting rid of them. Okay. Well, obviously this goes very deep. I'm going to give you one simple exercise. Imagine the thoughts that are intrusive come in like, and imagine that being labeled on a cloud. And like it's a nice sunny day and the cloud is just floating by. Allow yourself to see it and notice it. Be aware of that, the thought, but don't attach yourself to it. Don't get emotional about it. Don't fixate on it. Allow it to be there and visualize it slowly going away. That could help. 3 point. All right, you've been together for 3.5 years, and you're like, if you're like, oh my God, is it a red flag that they haven't proposed to me? I don't. Do you guys have a conversation about being with each other for the rest of your lives? Do you talk about moving in together? Like, where it's imagine more about the conversation, the commitment, rather than a ring. A ring is simply just a physical item. Yes, it means something to a lot of people, but for some people, they just do it just to do it. But also, yeah, AAD. If you want to shoot me a follow and a DM about this of your relationship dynamic, I'd love to dive into it in the DMs with you and really give you some personalized advice. L, what's going on? See you, Brad. Thanks for what you said about sensitivity and the relationship answer. You feel less depressed. Awesome to hear. I'm glad I helped. Thanks for popping in. My brain blanks out whenever I talk to her, and I'm not sure what to talk to her about. Okay, so this is just anxiety getting in the way. There's nothing off the table conversation-wise. We oftentimes go into conversations, maybe I should talk about this, maybe I shouldn't talk about that. There are no conversations off limits. If you care about something, if you're passionate about it, if you want to share it, if you have a controversial thought, voice it. This is you leaning into your authenticity. The people that truly accept you for you will accept you for it. Even if they disagree on certain things, they'll have a conversation with you about it. How do you make your relationship work? Is your girlfriend in college? Yeah, my girlfriend's in university, and she's in university and she works full-time. While I run my 2 businesses, but we only live like 25 minutes from each other. We see each other once a week on average, occasionally twice. But we're so connected to each other that it's like, hey, we're willing to go through this right now and only see each other once a week, even though obviously we would like to be with each other more. Okay, yeah, if your partner stopped being romantic after a few years, there's going to be some stuff to dive into here. If you want to shoot me a DM about this, I know you already shot me a follow. Definitely want to dive into this. Definitely some deeper components going on. Oh, you caught him texting women before, but he said he did it for validation. Well, that's still a problem. If he's not being validated by you, he's going to seek it elsewhere. But he could also have some internal things going on that he hasn't addressed. So it might not be a reflection of you. DM'd you, by the way. Sounds good, Peggy. As soon as I'm off the live, I'll get back to you. When I bring up engagement, he becomes avoidant and doesn't help out. Well, I mean, look, here's the thing. You've catched him looking at other women, and he said it's for validation, and that was the end of your conversation. You didn't get to the root of it. And then you're talking about engagement. There's some disconnect here, right? He may not feel fully committed. So there's stuff you got to interact with here. I know you're live, but wondering if you actually respond after. Of course, Peggy. I respond to everyone in the DMs. That being said, I have at least like 100 people that I've been texting earlier today that I've been going back and forth with, so I don't always get to everyone back to everyone in the DMs immediately, but I always get back to everyone, absolutely, Peggy. So I will get back to you. How do you talk to someone who you feel uncomfortable with? Allow yourself to feel uncomfortable and talk anyway. Right? We think because we feel something, we can't take action on it. Of course you can. You can do it in the spite of feeling a certain way. I was incredibly anxious when I thought of going up to my girlfriend before she was my girlfriend. She was just some random girl in a coffee shop. I was anxious about it. Sat in my head for 15, 20 minutes. Then I did it. I was still afraid, still anxious, did it anyway. That's how you want to live your life. Like, when you really think about this, we're all going to die one day. We're not going to be here forever. You start to take life a little bit more seriously and non-seriously at the same time. You start to expand yourself, put yourself in positions to actually get yourself into your comfort zone. If I had to go up to my girlfriend that day, maybe I'd be in another relationship, but it would be with a girl that I'm not nearly as satisfied with. So put yourself in positions to truly expand, even if you feel uncomfortable doing it. If you're uncomfortable doing it, shows that you're growing. Any formal education in this field? Oh, Michael. I remember you. You were here like maybe like a month or two ago. Nate, what's going on? Appreciate the follow. Michael, I invited you to be a guest by accident. Apologies. But when I try to break up, he cries and says he loves me. Yeah, if you guys are going back and forth in your relationship or a dynamic where it's like, we're trying to break up and then he cries, says he loves me, if it takes him showing you that he loves you only at the point in the brink of your relationship's failure, it's revealing of a much more fundamental issue in your relationship. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff deeper that's going on there that you definitely want to address and look into. Let's see. Am I losing my voice? I don't think so. That's called manipulation. I agree. Should I be in a relationship as someone with chronic depression with recurrent bouts? Maybe recurrent doubts. Is that what you meant to say, Fish? Hold on. I missed the comment. Let me go back up to it. Hold on. Where'd it go? Oh, here we go. Fish, should I be in a relationship with someone with chronic depression with recurrent doubts? I'm going to assume the last thing is doubts. When I was diagnosed with depression, when I was experiencing it, I wasn't in a relationship, but I was also in my early teenage years. Someone I was talking to has depression. They're in a fulfilling relationship. So even if you have depression, it can make it difficult to be in relationships, but absolutely you can. And like you can address those doubts with, a psychologist or someone you're talking to and working with yourself and with your partner, like communicating that openly, having a space where you guys can truly share these things together and see how you're actually feeling. It was more texting women, to be honest. He exchanged those types of pics. Yeah, that is definitely not loyal behavior. Why does my boyfriend scream and cuss at me when he gets mad? Because he's incredibly unintegrated with his emotions, and he doesn't have any acknowledgement of that. And he doesn't know how to provide a woman safety and security, which you need in your relationship. So he's struggling with things internally. That's why he does it. But it's not really acceptable behavior. You guys got to work on that. He's got to work on it. You have to confront him on it. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty good, Nate. How are you? Bouts like episodes. Oh, depressive episodes. Yeah, you still can. If you're with somebody that's truly right for you, you guys can work through it together. Absolutely. But he said it wasn't actually cheating. If he can sit there and play games, oh, it wasn't cheating even though I was talking to other girls and sending them naked pictures of myself. Like, oh, no, it's not cheating. He can say that all he wants. Doesn't mean it's actually congruent with reality. What do you think about limerence? Why did I forget the definition of that? Limerence meaning. The state of being infatuated with another person. Okay. What do I think about being infatuated with someone? Well, it's not love. You often get fixated on things that are sometimes rooted in deep pain and sometimes, arguably speaking, trauma from the past. Some people who have been traumatized by certain past relationship partner, they see patterns of that in a future relationship partner and they gravitate towards it unconsciously. But in terms of just being infatuated with someone, look, I'm obsessed with my girlfriend. I'm also in love with her. So you can be both. It just depends on how integrated the infatuation is. If you're infatuated from a distance, you've never had a conversation with this person, that's dangerous. Is money more important than love? No, because love will allow you to make more money. And love will somebody who loves you will sleep with you under a bridge when you have $0 in your bank account. So love is definitely more important if I had to choose between the two. But ultimately, in your life, you don't have to choose between love and money. You integrate both of them. How do you handle someone who says, please don't break my heart, but yet gives distance? Oh, if someone says, don't break my heart, but they keep being distant from you, they are confirming their own bias. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It is an age-old equation of self-sabotage. They tell you, oh, don't do this, and then I'm going to do it to us. It's a lack of awareness. It's a lack of accountability. It's a lack of maturity. They need to get more serious about their intentions and communicating these things with you and being connected to it. You seem way more mature than me, who's 26. Well, I appreciate you saying that I'm mature, but I mean, look, we're all at a different place. Guys, the knowledge that I have, I'm so blessed to be able to coach people. Be in my early 20s, be 22 years old, and most of my clients be older than me. Late 20s, 30s, 40s. I have clients that are married and have kids. Right? I'm blessed to be able to do what I do. And part of one of the most major reasons as to why I did it was because I was diagnosed with depression. So overcoming that, I was so passionate about this stuff. But I didn't choose any of this. I really didn't choose it. It was like I'm gifted. But of course, I've done my research, experience, all that other stuff. But the maturity you're looking for isn't far away. And yeah, JK, if you want to shoot me a follow and a DM, you've been asking some good questions. Would love to connect further. I forgave him because it was only online, but would you believe that? I mean, there's a difference between forgiving and forgetting, but also if this, I don't know about this. We got to dive into this in the DMs. Summer says, I have confronted him. He says sorry and then does it again. Says it's all about me when I confront him. Yes, Summer. If somebody says sorry after they did something quote unquote wrong that you want them to change and then they do it again, they were not sorry. Now again, there's levels to this. There's things that somebody can be truly apologetic and repeat a certain behavior pattern, and they can be struggling with it and trying to work on it for sure. It's in the equation. But like 100 times over, sorry, do it again, they're not actually sorry. I'm going crazy because of caffeine, can't chill out. Yeah, that's why I don't have caffeine. That's why I just drink water. Oh, and strawberry banana smoothies. How can I stop procrastinating, and why do we procrastinate? We procrastinate because your brain does not see the purpose in the task that you're doing and the payoff as a result of doing it. For example, I never cared about school. I didn't care if I got an A. I didn't care if I got an F. So me procrastinating my school projects was because I didn't see the purpose in putting in the effort to get the result. I didn't care what happened. So I procrastinated it. So you want to get more connected to the things that you're building. And if this is something that you're procrastinating that you don't even need to do, don't force yourself to do it. If it is something that you need to do, break it down into very small chunks so you can actually attain it. My partner gets jealous that I talk to guy friends. We are gay. Okay, got it. So you guys are in a gay relationship. He gets jealous when you're talking to the other guy friends. Okay, well, this is normal. And it's even more complicated for people in gay relationships, right? Because it's most in straight relationships, a man doesn't want his girl most of the time being friends with other men, and the girl doesn't want the guy being friends with other guys. If it's in a gay relationship, it obviously becomes more complicated. Now, the question is, have you ever had any sexual intent or desire or thoughts about those other people? Also, your guy friends, are they straight? If they're straight, I don't think there's a problem here. If they're also gay, that can kind of create some issues. Do you respond to DMs? Absolutely, Nate. Feel free to shoot me a DM. I respond to everybody. What can a life coach do for me? Well, it depends on what you're looking to work on. We dive into self-growth, relationships, spirituality, confidence, insecurities, passion, creativity. Depends on what you're trying to improve upon, and then I can let you know if I can help you do it. All right. We got some good questions coming in. Oh, let's go. Yeah, of course, Mari. Amazing wife, first kid. Life is great, but I work 4 jobs. Okay. 4 jobs in the consulting field, just overworking. That's a lot. Okay. MSA, I'd highly recommend you shoot me a follow and a DM about this so we can get into the really deep practicalities of how much time and free time you really have and like what's being occupied exactly other than work. But to start to interact with this, I'm glad you're satisfied with, relationships great, having your kid, congrats. But working 4 jobs, you're definitely going to want to find a way to lower that over a period of time for now and how you can morph it into doing something that's less, but also you're obviously making more money. So would love to have a conversation with you about it. Abby, this is a good question. Oh, here we're now getting controversial, as if we didn't get controversial before. You guys ready for this? Do you think body count matters for dating/marriages? 110%. People usually take one of two perspectives. Body count matters or it doesn't matter at all. It matters. That being said, if your partner was with one or two people before you in a relationship that they were connected to, shaming them and saying, oh my God, you're not a virgin, that's not helping anybody. If your partner has been with 50 people sexually and now they're with you, that is a problem, right? Because that means you don't have any attachment to any values of what intimacy is. There's no shared intimate space there. It's simply just a physical act to you. There's no connection. Here's the thing. Sex can be very integrative, very intimate, and very healing. If you just do it with just about anybody, you don't value it. So you're inevitably going to feel disconnected in your relationships. And you go all over the place. The only ex-girlfriend that I was with that actually had a high body count, she's one day wants to sleep with me 10 times a day, then 2 weeks without anything, and then she's like, things are all over the place, right? Because what does it take for somebody to sleep with 50 people? A massive disconnection from themselves. For those of you guys that say, oh my God, it's just pleasurable, it's just fun, you have no self-awareness. This is a very deep act. You have the power to create a life through doing this, and you're willing to do that with just about anybody. What does that say about you? So yes, body count matters for dating and marriage. You can look at this is not just backed up by opinion, guys. Research studies, biology. The more people that you sleep with before you get married, the chances of you getting divorced skyrocket by every singular person. So, again, statistics and research studies aren't everything, of course, but they do measure something. And by everybody that I've experienced, everybody I've ever talked to in my entire life, the higher the body count, the higher the problems, on average. So, I know nobody likes that take, but it's reality. How can a person manage a relationship? You have to be connected to yourself, so connected that the relationship aids in everything that you're connecting deeper to. And it's not going against that. I definitely will reach out. I'm on IG more. Can I do it there? Yeah, JK, if you want to shoot me a DM on IG, you could do that. My Instagram is MightyBradOfficial. You could reach out to me on there as well. Yo, Brad, build something that helps people like you help others. Sent you a DM about it. Sounds good, Bobby. Thanks. All right. Do you think choosing to work for ourselves? Do you think choosing to work for ourselves instead of being a corporate slave is better nowadays? That was the decision that I made for myself. I mean, I run my coaching practice, started another business with my brother. I never wanted to work for someone else. I did at certain points, but I hate being told what to do. So for me, yeah, running my own stuff gave me so much more freedom, location freedom. How hard I worked and what I'm doing determines how much money I make. So it's all on me, right? So that's the decision I want to make for myself. Do I think running a business and not being in a corporation is for everybody? No, absolutely not. Some people enjoy having a steady paycheck, working for someone else, and things of that nature. But for me, I had big dreams and I wanted to accomplish them. So for me, absolutely, being a corporate slave in the way that you say it could never be for me. But some people don't feel like a slave working for a corporation, and I'm not here to change people's beliefs on that. If you feel like you're a slave and want to get out of it, obviously you could have a conversation about it. Do you personally think a guy can love and send others those photos? He can love and send other photos like that, yes, but it's not going to be helpful for your relationship in any capacity. Domi said, how much for a session? $0 for the intro session. Every intro session I do with people coaching wise, completely free, and there's no commitment after that. For my one-on-one sessions, it ranges between $100 and $300. We do everything in monthly packages, and then I also have a group coaching program that's only $50 a month. And for women, there's some more free options since we just started coaching women in my practice recently. But first session is always free, Domi, and to get a ton of value out of some stuff. All right, do you think... Oh, I already answered that question. My girlfriend can't make a good tuna salad. That's okay. That's okay. Not everyone is good at absolutely everything. What makes someone qualified to be a life coach when all experiences are subjective? That's a really good question. I like to cater everything I do to the people I'm talking to. Like when I'm in a session with somebody, I'm listening to them, seeing exactly where they're at, where they want to get to. And my job is to help you get there. Now, that being said, if I see the place that you tell me you want to get to is disconnected from the thing that I think you actually want, we're going to dive into that. But a lot of my clients that I work with, if not all of them, make a lot of progress with the sessions that we do. That's why they stay with me. I do everything, all my services month to month, so people stay as long as they grow. But yeah, everything is subjective. You could argue that, and there's also science that backs up that that is not true. But I do see your point, and yes, I do think many things are very much subjective. Hello, can I accept and love myself when everyone, including my thoughts and mind, hates me? You don't hate yourself. You just feel like you do. I want you to clarify that for yourself. You do not hate yourself. You just feel like you do. There's a difference, right? And even if you feel like other people don't like you, that's okay. Not everybody is going to like you. No matter who you are, like if, for example, we have 70 people on this TikTok live right now. There's at least 25 people in here that are just here to clown on me, to be like, oh, who is this guy? What is he doing? He's so stupid. He's not qualified. Whatever they want to say. And then there's another, however many cohort of people that's like, I'm getting a ton of value here, so I enjoy being here, right? So if my self-worth and my loving for myself just stemmed from criticism or love from other people, then I'd always feel disconnected. Loving yourself is about getting connected to your values. What do you want to build? How do you connect to that? How do you do that and build it on a daily basis? That's a good place to start. Do you know anything about autistic burnout? I've not heard of that. Do you want to tell me what it is? I'd love to dive into it. I get easily distracted, which is hard to focus when studying. What do I do? Eliminate the distractions. If you have your phone in your room, throw it out the window. Not actually. Put it on the other side of the room, turn it off, put it on Do Not Disturb, throw it in another room, right? Eliminate the distractions. If there's a certain account that always comes up, block it, right? There's always something you could do. Essentially, sell or keep my firm, but clients would not get the same value, but my family number one. I'm not sure what. I remember your original question. Can I DM you on IG? Yeah, JKTO. It's Mighty Brad Official. You could DM me on IG. I answer my DMs on TikTok and Instagram, so whatever works best for you. Essentially, sell or keep my firm, but clients would not get the same value, but my family's number one. Okay. Yeah, MSA. I mean, do you feel like you can keep your firm and still obviously work and kind of maybe, because I think the conversation here, MSA, is if you feel like your clients are not going to get the same value if you step down, even though your family's number one, like find people that you can integrate into your business to help you out where you don't have to fully take a step off, but it takes work off your plate. My life is a movie and everyone's watching. Ooh, we're going to dive into that in a second. All right. My body count 22 at 19. Am I cooked? It's not a great ratio, but no, it's not that you're cooked. Do you feel like you can be in? Do you feel like you have an ability to be in romantic relationships? Are you in one currently? And why do you have that many bodies? Are you trying to escape yourself? Like what are you looking for? And what are you looking for clarification on? What's good, other Brad? What's going on? My boyfriend actually had a high body count, but he was honest about it when he met me. Exactly, but here's the thing, and this proves my point, right? AA, you just said my boyfriend actually had a high body count, but he was honest with me about it when he met me. He was honest with you about it, and now he also texts other women when he's in the relationship with you. See the repercussions of his actions? Again, I'm not saying everyone's like that, but you can see that. How can I see a girl loves me? She undeniably does things for you every day, always, and does not try to tear you down. She supports everything that you do and challenges you when it's worth it. What's up from San Francisco? What's up? You can tell bro has no licenses or anything qualifications. She's just taking y'all money. Okay, thanks for your opinion, brother. Do you usually get trolls in here? Every single day, Molly. Every single day. Every single day. To hate watch, that's what it is. What's the best advice for a significant other who has no idea who they are after a 24-year relationship and he cheated? Wait a minute. What's your advice for SO? SO is significant other, right? Your best advice for a significant other who has no idea who they are after a 24-year relationship, they cheated and they're with you now. Could you clarify that question, Mandy? I feel like if I told you where I'm at in life, you'd shred me apart, but I think I need it. Well, Fish, if anything I say, if we were on a session together, is going to shred you apart, I'm going to help you put it back together. Because if what I tell you is challenging you and makes you feel like you're being shredded apart, you didn't know who you were in the first place. And we're tearing down the version of you or the ideas or the beliefs that aren't authentic to you. And we're getting to the root and building you up. So Fish, like I said, we always do free intro sessions, so feel free to shoot me a DM about that. Or if you just want to start the conversation in the DMs, I always give free advice in the DMs too. Your worth isn't based upon the opinions of others. Absolutely. My best friend lied to me and broke my trust. We're now further apart than we ever have been. Well, how did they break your trust? My life is a movie and everyone's watching. What do I do? Allow yourself to be the main character and propel yourself forward. How do I reach the best version of myself? Did you see my response to your DM? I've had like 100. I was going back and forth with like 100 people in the DMs today, so I may not have seen it yet, but I'll get back to you as soon as I can. His body count was above 50, and he wasn't lying because I knew him in high school and later. Right. But still, stuff's affecting your relationship. Can I ask you a question? Yeah, query. Yeah, feel free to ask me a question. I don't know who I am now. You're 20. Okay, now I understand. Okay, Mandy. Thank you. I don't know who I am now. 24 with someone, and it ended, and I'm so alone. All I do is work. Okay, Mandy. If you want to shoot me a follow and a DM about why you think he cheated and kind of what the dynamic in the relationship was, I'd love to give you personalized advice there and really dive into the components of this. But it's not that you don't know who you are. It's just that you feel broken. It's just that you feel like you're not enough because of what happened to you, right? But that doesn't mean that you aren't enough. It just means that you feel that way. And that will come with processing to overcome that. Don't run away from the feelings. Don't run away from the guilt. Don't run away from the sadness. Don't run away from the anger. Allow yourself to experience it in every capacity possible. Just don't let it consume you. Keep pushing forward, and we'll dive into the DMs with some of this stuff to obviously address the deeper components. I don't know what to do with myself. What are you trying to get closer to? It's been real hard to get someone who loves me. It can be difficult, Carly, but also, question is, do you love yourself? It can make it even more challenging to find someone who loves you if you don't feel exceptionally connected to yourself as well. Hey, ABC, appreciate the gifts. But yeah, Carly, if you don't have someone that loves you, that's okay. Maybe this isn't the place in your life where you have that right now, or just the people you've been interacting with haven't been the right men for you. It's definitely possible. Life coach, do you give career advice or not? For the most part, yes. We do give a lot of career advice. Yeah, of course, Mandy. Looking forward to connecting further in the DMs. Bro, you're still on live. How do you have the energy? I'm feeling. And also, I have a call with my clients in 1 hour, a group coaching call where I'm probably gonna be talking for another hour. So we've been on here for almost 2 hours, but I love it. I love it. Diana, appreciate the follow. I don't really know. I just want to do something, but it feels like my life is paused. Try little things in a small capacity. Start to get curious about again. Start to find the childlike curiosity you had when you were a kid. Recapture that. That could lead you to some positive places. Any tips on how to continue studying 8 hours a day? I'm tired. I've got exams in 3 months. Ooh. Well, I would say definitely put it down into smaller chunks. Like don't do 8 hours straight. And give yourself times where you actually like a 15 to 30 minute gap and break where you do something that you genuinely enjoy to recharge you. Don't be afraid to give yourself space as well. Give yourself some time off. It's always going to be necessary, and it's going to help aid in your growth as well. And sometimes taking time off is what's going to allow you to feel a lot more connected to yourself as well. How are you? I'm doing decent, CH. How are you? What's going on, everybody? Any tips on finally? Oh, hello. Hello there. You know, it's crazy how quickly my tone changes. No one's going to know what I'm talking about. Any tips on finally dating your crush who knows you actually like her? Ask her out on a date. That's your final step. That's the only way to move forward. Water said dating men ? I don't know if that's an exact question that I can answer. But welcome in, everybody. Can you accept my request? We're not taking people on the panel today since we got a lot of questions coming in. But CH, if you got a really personal question or problem or something that you want to dive into, shoot me a follow, shoot me a DM about it. I answer all my DMs. Why does my computer keep restarting? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Any questions are welcome. Down below. Down below. Yeah, that's crazy. YouTube comments are wild. YouTube comments are wild. We got YouTube right next to TikTok on my other phone. All right. I finally have a little break in questions. Oh my god, I've been going for like an hour straight. You guys are giving me some breathing room. All right, let's see. Welcome in, everybody. Spanish is my native language. I want to learn Italian. He knows it. Is it worth it? If you want to learn it, feel free to do so. But if you're not going to use it, might want to do something else. You have nice aura. Appreciate it. Thank you. Of course, Amina. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in, everybody. Any questions are welcome. Stuff you're struggling with, you're trying to dive into. Fish, I DM'd you. Sounds good. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. James said, would you consider yourself a rich man financially? I would not. I'm not where I want to be financially. Rich in some other areas of life? Absolutely. But rich man financially enough to, at this moment in time, be living a life that I care about and be able to afford things, for sure. Life coach, ? Lol. It's my favorite troll comment. How do you tell a classmate that you like them? It's a crush and I'll talk to them every day. Start to talk to them every day. Just start to talk to them. You don't got to say the words, I like them. Have conversations that show them that you like them. See if they reciprocate it. It's a good place to start. Do you have a Scottish ancestry? I think you do. I don't know. I know I'm from Russia. I don't know about Scotland. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. No, but it's on my mind. I keep thinking about it. What's it called? Fish. When you said, like, I feel like you'd give me good advice, but it would, like, rip me apart. That's how you know you're open to growing, bro. If you're like, hey, I feel like I was talking to you and we were on a session, like, it would rip me apart, like, you're open to growing, bro. That's good. That's good. But let me look. I'm sometimes on these TikTok lives, I'm a little aggressive. Like when people ask for specific questions, on my sessions with people, when I'm like in a session with you, I'm not. It's not gonna be crazy. Don't worry. I make everyone feel very comfortable. May I point out certain things about you that you don't want to look at or you're afraid to, for sure, and you may feel a little bit uncomfortable with that. But I always make sure we're in the pocket, we're in the frame where we're creating together, and it's not just me calling you out on stuff that's stupid. Nana said dating. What about dating? You look Ukrainian. I don't think I'm Ukrainian, but yeah, I'm Russian. How do I come to terms with being American? I don't know if that's a serious question or not. I'm going to assume that's a troll comment. You were born the way you were. Actually, we had someone in my group coaching practice yesterday. He's half black and half white, and he felt a lot of shame around a certain part of himself. And like this is stuff that people experience, so maybe your question is real. Can you speak Russian? No, I don't speak Russian, unfortunately. SpongeBob said, I hate life coaches. Yeah, of course, your name is SpongeBob. You would hate everything serious. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Feel free to throw some questions down below. I'll help you guys out. How do I get a girl? Show me the Riz. Go up to her and ask her for a number. Tell her she's cute. Most men have never done that a day in their life. I'm going to ask a girl to dance on February 10th. Sounds good. Bro, you need to learn. You're Russian. What makes me qualified? I was diagnosed with depression at 13, dealt with it until I was 16. Was able to completely overcome it, got obsessed with psychology, philosophy, spirituality over the next 6-7 years of my life, and I've helped over 100 men and women in my coaching practice so far. Have I done that before? Have I done what before? Gone up to a girl before? No, I've never gone up to a girl before in my entire life. Never. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Feel free to throw some questions. Am I Christian? I'm not. I do love the biblical narratives, though. All right. How do I get started to become a life coach? It's a good question. For me, it was pretty natural. I essentially had my I was making a bunch of podcast episodes, interviewing people, just making some self-growth content on YouTube. And one of my first coaches reached out to me. He was a business coach, and he recommended the idea of coaching. And then we just he taught me the ropes of it, how to start to coach, how to hold space, how to build up the business side of things. So for me, it was a natural progression, but the life coach kind of thing for me just naturally progressed because I was obsessed with it in my personal life. It was life or death for me. What makes you a legit coach? The fact that I've worked with over 100 people and actually enjoy my coaching practice and they gain a ton of value and progress from it. I guess that's what makes something legitimate. I don't know what is your standard for that, so maybe you don't think that's legitimate. That's fine. Jeffrey said, what can I do? Okay, we need some more specific questions than these guys. When someone comments dating or you just put a question mark after a word, it's hard for me to answer that question. Am I religious? I'm not. I like to consider myself a spiritual man, but I'm not a part of a particular religion. Travis, that's funny. What advice would you give someone who doesn't know what they need advice for? Well, we dive into where you feel like you're struggling or you're stuck. Is there any good mental health apps apart from Headspace? I actually haven't really used any, so I'm not sure if I have any good app recommendations. Hey man, how are you? What's going on, Nicholas? I'm doing good. How about yourself? Your mindset's more so in education on human psychology or behavior or needs. Okay, that wasn't proper English. I was diagnosed with extreme Russianism. What? Yeah. All right. I'm doing better. A lot of friends have noticed. I'm actually starting to get over my ex. Let's go. This is what I'm talking about, bro. This is what I'm talking about. So, whoever just commented down below, how were you qualified? Here's Nicholas's example. But obviously it wasn't completely me. He's doing the work. What's the difference between a therapist and a life coach? A therapist has gone to school and they are a medical professional. A life coach is not. I'm not a medical professional. I do not diagnose people. I do not treat them with medication. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. But Colette, hopefully I'm pronouncing your name correctly. I know we were going back and forth in the DMs and we were going to do a one-on-one session. We never quite got around to it. I'm starting a women's group in about a week or two. We're going to meet bi-weekly. It's going to be free to join. So if you're interested in the women's group, Colette, just shoot me a DM right now so I remember to add you to the list to reach out to you. We're going to be focusing on self-growth, relationships, all that good stuff. The reason, however, is that I'm thinking of this new girl, but I still haven't attempted talking to her yet. Yeah, start the conversation. Mandy, can I? Yes, Mandy. I'm just, since we want to create like a community of women that like are actually focused on growth. Mandy, all we would do, shoot me a DM right now. Hey, I want to join the women's group. You and I will hop on a call together. I'll kind of get a feel for where you're at in your self-growth journey, what you're trying to do. Make sure, obviously, it's a good fit and you're not going to disrupt the community, which I don't think you are. We just get you in the group. But eventually the women's group is going to be like a small subscription, but like the first 15, 20 girls that get in, completely free. So you get in earlier, you're chilling. So yeah, Mandy, absolutely, you can join. Confidence and arrogance are very different. Yes, they are, but sometimes they're integrated together. Yo, someone said ooh back and forth in the DMs with call-out. That's crazy, bro. I have a girlfriend. I'm very satisfied with her, but I work with women in my coaching practice. How old am I now? I'm 22. Do you think I can live a happier life if I move to live in Costa Rica? I know one of my clients who lives in Costa Rica. He is very spiritually in tune, but just moving somewhere, if there's internal things going on, it may not help. But that being said, if you're in a very snowy, wintry, cold place and you go move somewhere that's warm, it can definitely be a massive positive environmental shift. What's a life coach? Well, essentially, I dive into what we talked about, what's listed right here. Self-growth, dating, relationships, spirituality, help people reach the best version of themselves, whatever they're trying to dive into. How often does the women's group meet and what times? So bi-weekly, every 2 weeks. It's probably around, we're thinking of like doing around like Monday or Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Did you have a girlfriend? I had many girlfriends in the past, yes, but I'm in a very fulfilling relationship now. Fair enough, man. I gotta go, but hope you get rich soon. I appreciate you, man. James, you've been asking some good questions. If you want to shoot me a follow, we'd love to see you back in here. What do you mean by spirituality? Really, religion, spirituality, philosophy. Really, that's what spirituality encompasses when I throw it up on the screen. If you have an opportunity to travel in the Philippines, what tourist spot would you go to? I don't know anywhere in the Philippines, so I wouldn't be able to answer that. What does a 22-year-old know about life? Lol. When you put lol at the end of your question, I'm not going to address it. How do I get more DL? Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, of course, JG. Welcome in, everyone. Feel free to throw some questions down below. Self-growth, relationship, spirituality. We're probably going to stay on here for another like 20 minutes. I got to give my voice a break before I hop on my coaching session with my group coaching program with the men's group, because I'm probably going to be talking for another hour there. So I'm going to got to give myself a break, but we're going to answer some more questions. Let's dive into it, guys. What is this? Interesting. Interesting. Let's go, guys. Any questions are welcome. Appreciate your guys' presence. Oh, Travis, what's going on? What do you do in group sessions with the men? So we do master classes, workshops, open Q&A sessions where we dive into self-growth, relationship, spirituality. So yesterday we did a whole session around insecurities. Everyone was kind of sharing what their insecurities were. We started to help them work through it. So Travis, if you're interested in the men's group, feel free to just shoot me. I know you're on YouTube, so unfortunately there's no like DM on YouTube. My TikTok is mighty.brad and my Instagram is mightyBradOfficial. So if Travis, you want to just shoot me a DM on there for me to shoot you over some more details and connect further, would love to do that. Let's see. Dammy, what's going on? Appreciate the follow. Welcome, everybody. You sound Christian. I'm not, but all right. I don't know what sounding Christian means like, or sounds like. Haven't heard of that. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Welcome in. I'm 80 years old, male and white. Nice. How do I challenge my beliefs? You have to question them. I actually did 2 whole group sessions in this. I would definitely, if you want to, I could shoot those lectures over to you for free if you want to shoot me a DM about it, Adrian. But starting to challenge your beliefs. What are the beliefs that you hold for yourself that you believe are true about yourself and reality and other people that don't serve you, that only bring you more misery? That's something that you want to dive into. That's how you challenge your beliefs. It's giving yourself a space to feel uncomfortable within yourself. And to say, this thing that I believe, is it actually true, or do I just convince myself it's true? What tends to be men's biggest insecurities and how to solve them? Men's biggest insecurities, a lot of, same with women, the way that we look, we're very self-conscious of that. Being worthy enough to be in a relationship, being worthy of love, not making enough money to be in a relationship, that's a lot of the common insecurities for men, but there's so many things. Za said, do you help women too? Yes. I was just telling everyone, if you just jumped in, Za, we're starting a women's group. I've been working with women in my coaching practice, like one-on-one sessions, but we're starting a women's group. That's going to be, by the way, completely free to join for the first like 15, 20 women that join. I think we already have like 10 to 13 girls on the list, so get in fast. Shoot me a DM if you're a girl and you're like, hey, I want free coaching. I want to meet in bi-weekly with other girls and make a ton of growth in my life. Shoot me a follow. Shoot me a DM. I want to join the women's group. I'll set up a session with you. We'll make sure you're a good fit. We'll get you in. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Any questions are welcome. Yeah, that's crazy. Welcome in, everybody. Any questions are welcome, guys. Welcome in. Welcome in. Appreciate you guys' presence. Feel free to throw some more questions down below. We'll get into it. We'll dive into it. First session is free. Yes, Za. Every single first session I ever do with anyone is always 100% free. And, for women, or for everyone, I do, obviously we have monthly subscription packages for the one-on-one sessions on a more consistent basis, but every first session is always free. And there's no obligation to do any sort of coaching after that. It's only an invitation. I'm going to study you. Sounds good. Damn, said I sent you a DM. Sounds good. How do you know when it's time to take your parents' car keys forever? You don't. What are your thoughts on sleep, working more for a career, or prioritizing sleep? You have to prioritize both, but if you don't get enough sleep, you're going to most likely prematurely not be here on Earth anymore, right? And you don't want to do that. So I prioritize my sleep very much. 8 to 9 hours every single night. If I get less than that, I feel horrible. And then I can't show up for my clients. I can't show up for myself. Well, I can, it's just not as effectively. So sleep actually helps you advance in your career more. Contrary to people saying, I just need to work harder to be successful. Like, yeah, you may have to work a lot harder than you are now, but don't sacrifice all your sleep. Again, if you have to sacrifice 1 or 2 nights of sleep, for sure. But I sent you a DM for the women's group. Thank you again. You're welcome, Mandy. Looking forward to getting you in. Have you been diagnosed? I was diagnosed with depression at 13. I overcame it when I was 16. What's the latest time would you say is the deadline to sleep? Depends. For me, I've spent certain nights staying up till 2 a.m. because I have so much creativity that's floating within me when I'm kind of in that sleepy trance, that lower state of consciousness where I'm more susceptible to creativity. Sometimes later in the night when it's really late, I do that. But if you have to wake up early in the morning, depends on what time. So I'd say on average, 8 to 9 hours of sleep is optimal for the healthiest brain, I guess you could say, and experience of life. You get irritated more when you don't sleep enough. Your body doesn't heal itself fast enough. Your brain doesn't get to clear itself out. There's so many sleep. Not getting enough sleep is probably one of like the most detrimental things compared to like other bad things and bad habits you could do or not do. Like not getting enough sleep is one of the things that like chronically destroys people. Don't speak very quickly, please. I'm still gonna speak quickly. Appreciate your recommendation, but. Guys, we got a lot of people on here. We got a lot of questions. I cannot just slow down and talk like this. Why do some women go through limerence, especially when they're so career-driven? Ooh, well, because sometimes women being career-driven, it's a very masculine quality. Sometimes women reject the feminine part of them. And getting obsessed with a man without loving and committing to him can be a form of self-protection. And men do this all the time, too. So that can definitely be a way as to why some women go through kind of that limerence, especially when you're career-driven. And again, my girlfriend's very ambitious. Like, she works very hard in her job and in school, but she's exceptionally feminine and nurturing in our relationship. She's not a masculine girl. Do I get sad? 100%. Everyone gets sad. I have a crush on a guy in one of my classes. Should I pursue him or focus on my academics? Do both. Are you saying women can't be career-oriented? I can't stand that people have this, and again, B-Man, I'm not trying to target you, but I can't stand that people have this all-or-nothing mentality with this stuff. The second that I make a claim about women are common to do this, or men are common to do this, people automatically, oh, so you're saying this, and that women can't be, because I made a claim that sometimes women pursuing their career over relationships can at certain points be tapping into the masculine and rejecting the feminine. Automatically it's, oh my god, are you saying women can't have careers? Are you serious? It's like, are you kidding me? There's a lot of disconnection there. But again, B-Man, if to answer your question in a serious matter, no, I'm not saying women can't be career oriented. Is it worth it? Yes, Adrian, it is worth it to focus on both people. It's not a hassle. It's integrating this. You basically like the idea of someone that's bad. Yeah, sometimes if you like the idea of someone that's bad, it could be rooted in poor relationship with bad past romantic relationships, a disconnection within like what you not being uncertain of what you truly want, things of that nature. That's exactly why stereotyping can be bad. Yes, and I try my best not to stereotype, but I do make generalizations at times, absolutely. Because there is research that backs up many generalizations. Should I move to Thailand? If you want to. How do you tell? Oh, that's a good question. How do you tell if you like the idea of them or if you actually like them? You like the idea of them if your standards and values of what you need your partner to do for you isn't connected to reality and they're not actually doing it. That's how you know you like the idea of someone. You know you actually like them if they're doing all of the things to show you that they love you. That's how you know you actually like them. Charles said, are you religious? I'm not. I like to consider myself spiritual, but I'm not religious. Do people usually stick with online coaching long term? It's a good question, Travis. Depending on the person, there's certain clients I've worked with in one-on-one sessions. We do sessions for a month, and then they leave because they've only had a few things they needed to work through, and we did that. There's certain people that have been in my coaching practice for over a year. There's certain people that have been there for 8 months. I will say with the group coaching program that I run, specifically the men's one, people stay there for a very long time because we cover so many different areas of life, and we're always covering different things on a weekly basis. Also, Travis, we have 4 separate coaches in my coaching program. We have me as a coach, another life coach, a hypnotherapist, a marriage counselor, a licensed therapist. Obviously, coaching is different than therapy, so they don't use their license and their license practices in our coaching practice, but obviously they have that credibility, you could say, that some people like. But yeah, a lot of people stick with the online coaching long term. What's a hypnotherapist? So think about like the subconscious mind and kind of introducing suggestions. So auto suggestion is an example of kind of like the subconscious is running our mind. We have all these patterns and beliefs that run the way we act and believe and feel in our everyday reality. A lot of hypnotherapy is kind of getting people into their mind into a susceptible state to then suggest different ideas and things that will then help them. That's obviously, I'm not a hypnotherapist myself, so it's not going to be the most perfect explanation, but that's one of the things that they do. Anna said, Savvy, I'm joining the military. How would you navigate that kind of structure and still manage yourself? That's a good question. You want to I know you're probably going to be dedicating so much time to the military. Create at least 15 to 30 minutes, an hour if you can, every single day, Savvy. This time is for me. The military doesn't exist. My family doesn't exist. It's just me and me. What do I want to interact with? What do I want to feel? What do I want to process? What do I want to do for myself? So, that could be a good place to start. Are you saying I need hypnotherapy for this? No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying we have a hypnotherapist in my coaching practice. I don't even know, girl. I would break up with him probably. Hola, what's going on, everyone? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Yeah, of course, Savvy. And everyone who wants to ask further questions, you're enjoying the live, feel free to shoot me a follow. Feel free to shoot me a DM. Would love to see you guys back in here. About to start working in a new place. How can I overcome social anxiety or the fear of judgment? It's a good question. Well, social anxiety isn't something to be neglected or to pretend isn't there. You act despite feeling the anxiety. That's what I did to approach my girlfriend. That's what I did in a lot of other situations in my life. So allow the fear to be there. Take small steps to put yourself in a position to authentically express yourself and see if people judge you. You'll realize most of the time they don't, and if they do, it's a reflection of them and not yourself. Unless everybody doesn't like you, then it might be something you can improve upon. But Brian, if you want to shoot me a DM about this, we'd love to dive into it further. How do we get over a limerence of a year and a half? Okay. Are you like intimate with this person? Is this someone you're connected to? Like, what's the in-depth situation of that? What are some ways to keep myself sane in a pressuring academic environment? Give yourself space to breathe. Don't be so uptight all the time. Do things that relieve stress, not just pleasurable things, but things that you're actually connected to. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Just work related. You barely know the person. You don't even know the name. Well, yeah, Za. I would definitely. It's a fixation. It's a delusion in some case. So Za, I think the solution for you is like genuinely go on a date with this person. See if you actually like them. You might break the narrative instantly and then kind of get over it or actually get connected to them. Why did you approach this mindset initially? Which mindset are you talking about? Creamy Tomatoes back end trying to troll me again. You didn't get me, bro. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. We almost got 100 people in here, guys. This is awesome. I don't think I've ever broken 100. Let's see if we can do it. Let's see it, guys. Can we break 100 viewers? Can we do it? That would be dope. That would be my first time ever breaking 100 viewers. Oh, we're almost there. 94 people. Can we break 100? Can we do it? Yo, this is legendary. 95. Yo. So now we're back to 92. We gotta get it back up. 94. Yo, this is nuts. Appreciate you sharing it, bro. This is dope. I guess what I'm saying is, how did you know how to navigate and guide others in life so well? I was diagnosed with depression at 13. Dealt with it until I was 16. We're almost at 100 viewers. This is dope. I was always obsessed with psychology, philosophy, spirituality, obsessed with it for 6 to 7 years, I'd say. And then it's been beautiful. All right, we went back to 85. That's okay. It's all right. I appreciate everyone's presence. I appreciate everyone's presence so much. Just 70, 80 people being in here. That's awesome. You guys are giving your time to ask for advice here. Hold space. This is awesome. Your girlfriend broke up with you, Alex. Why did you guys break up? My ex texted me today after we broke up last April. What are we doing? That's what I'm saying. My ex-girlfriend called me out of nowhere, one of them, maybe like 4 days ago. I just didn't answer it. Just like, don't talk to me. I'm in a fulfilling relationship. I don't want you anywhere near me. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome in. Annabelle said, help me. What do you need help with? If it's very urgent, call 911. Oh, actually, I don't know country, and it might be a different cell phone number. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, everybody. All right. Let's shoot a reminder on my group coaching real quick. Let's see. Group call hosted by me in 30 minutes. 30 minutes, gentlemen. Let's see now. Feeling Lost Masterclass. Hosted in 30 minutes, gentlemen. See you soon. Yeah, we got 70 people in the TikTok live. You got like 100 billion followers. You could definitely like.
What questions we got going on?
We got a lot of questions. Yo, everyone go if you're into soccer or if you're not into soccer. This dude's got like 50,000 followers on TikTok, Instagram. Brent G Training, is that it?
Yeah, that's it, bro.
Brent G Training, professional soccer player, professional MLS Red Bulls, professional trainer. This guy flies out to train people. This guy's a legend.
We got any footy players in here?
I don't know.
We'll have to see. Estebi, you definitely play footy. That guy definitely plays football. He takes the accelerator at the end. Wait, hold on. What's that question? Was it footy?
No. No. Ask him who's winning the World Cup.
Who's winning the World Cup? I honestly think it's going to be Argentina again. I honestly think they'll do it again. They'll rig it somehow, but no, it'll be Argentina.
All right. Any mushroom therapy involved? Curious. Oh, for like what I do? No, we don't personally do like mushroom therapy stuff. I mean, obviously psychedelics are very unpredictable at times, so we don't. I've never done any, and I don't think any of my coaches have as well. I miss her, but she posted another guy recently. She crossed the line. Might want to, if you're not together anymore, you could definitely block them so you don't have to look at that stuff. It's been hard ending 6-year friendships. Yeah, that's not easy. Excuse me, I know this isn't the topic of your live stream, but could you help us? With what? Could you help us? Like, there's no explanation. What do you mean, bro? Any tips on how to accelerate the end of a civilization into a new start? You're asking the wrong question, brother. Are you related? Yeah, Nia, we're brothers. Uh-oh, I invited someone by accident. You look Muslim. Are you Muslim? I am not. I don't think I look Muslim now.
They or him? They might be Muslim.
Uh-oh. Oh. That was an accident. How do we disconnect this? Disconnect.
Who is this guy? Rolling Ace?
I don't know. I did it by accident.
He's 14.
Do you believe in Jesus? Not particularly.
Wait. Is
do you believe in God, though?
Girl and 174. Is that a lot?
Is 14 a girl?
Are we talking about weight here?
174?
We're talking about weight. I weigh about 185. I'm 6 foot, so I don't know how tall you are, but we can figure that out.
Please answer my question.
Spain is not winning. Spain will play 50 passes in a row, and then they'll get their goal scored on in the 90th minute like they always do. They'll give up a pass because they just like to keep the ball, and then they just lose it.
Should I open a private practice when I get fully licensed or do a coaching deal? You could start coaching and then open up a licensed practice. You could do that. 174 pounds and 5'6". Got to get in the gym. Got to go on some runs. Got to watch what you're eating. Can you answer about growth like height? Huh? What are these questions?
It's called tiki-taka, bro. Yeah, it's called tiki-taka, but, like, they ain't winning. There's a difference between keeping the ball and scoring.
How do the therapists that work for you differentiate between the two? When you say, differentiate between... Well, I mean, there's specific things that are allowed in like a therapeutic session, since therapy is a lot more licensed and controlled rather than the coaching industry. So there's like things that they would reserve and methods and therapeutic practices that are certain things that they would reserve for their therapist sessions, and then coaching would be more kind of free flowing and creative. That's why I like coaching. It's very creative. Can be a lot more expansive. Bro needs to sit down, relax, and engage.
Who said that?
Scott Zuko on YouTube.
I gotta sit down and relax? Bro, sleep is for the weak.
I only meet girls through IG in the club. What else can I do? Go up to her in the gym. Go up to her in the coffee shop. Go up to her in the mall. Anywhere but the club and IG would be your best bet to actually find a fulfilling relationship if that's what you're looking for. I'm 5'1", 186. Wanted to ask, what do I have to do to reach the height of 190 centimeters? You could be like Clavicular and pay $90 billion to get surgery to put things in your knees to extend it by 16 inches. Bro, yeah, bro said, why is bro mocking us in the back? That's such like a looks maxing claim.
What is that name?
You.
Just typed in
I don't know. I feel like I'd accidentally slip back into the clinical stuff. Yeah, it could definitely be difficult to discern between the two, especially if you're doing both. So some licensed therapists actually give up their licenses to then go coach full time, because you can, through insurance, you can only make so much money through a session, even if you're a really high degree therapist. So there's coaches that are arguably speaking less qualified than therapists, and they charge $5,000 for a 12-week program or $10,000 for a 12-week program, and then the therapist is making like $300 an hour, which is good, but they can't do everything that a coach can do. Looks like it says life coach. I ask for advice. Yeah, you can ask for advice. Brother in Christ, my faith is running low. I feel like contemplating. Can I talk to you? Yes. I am not a part of the faith of Jesus Christ myself, but we dive into spirituality a little bit. Toma said, I think you got me wrong. Was Toma throwing down the football comments? No, 5'1", 186. Oh yeah, I might have understood your question wrong. The boy in the black clothes, could you research the case of the dog Orelha from Brazil?
What? Why me?
I don't know. Is it soccer related or not?
Dog? What?
Probably
dog?
Not. Probably not. It's
I'll
just
look it up.
random.
Dog what?
Like 51 was years.
Dog Orelha what? What am I searching up?
Do you know anything about diagnosis? Certain ones, yes, but I don't diagnose people. I'm not a medical professional. What's going on, Ryan? Welcome back in. For me, I lost both my parents in a car accident. I'm living with my siblings. I'm sorry to hear that. It's a lot to process. I've got some group sessions I've done on grief, so if you want me to shoot those over to you, feel free to shoot me a follow, God first, and I'll send them over to you. I tie my self-esteem with success a lot, even as a woman. It's frustrating. Absolutely. It's easy to get stuck in that. Like the modern world tells us, work as hard as possible, keep going, never stop. And again, at a certain point in your life, this can be helpful, and it can also be disconnective. But yeah, Za, I know we were talking about a bunch of stuff. Za, if you want to shoot me a follow, I would love to get you in the women's group. Like I said, it's going to be completely free. We already got a few other girls from this live that we're getting in there. Lexi said, what are things to do to help a relationship that is dying? We barely talk and fight all the time. You have to address why you're actually fighting and why you're not talking. Hey, our communication has been off. How do we fix this? And if you guys both want to fix it, you're going to feel quite stuck. But Lexi, if you want to shoot me a follow and a DM about this, I'd love to see how long you've been together, what the relationship dynamic is like, to point you guys in the right direction, genuinely help you out with this. We live together and we have a baby. It's like we never understand each other. Okay, especially if you have a kid together. I'd highly recommend you shoot me a DM about this. Would love to dive into this with you. It's going to be a lot of deep components that we got to dive into. How old am I? I'm 22. Thoughts on Andrew Tate? He's got some valuable things to say and other things that aren't so valuable. AI. Yes, I'm AI. Brother. How was the snow? Lots of snow. Lots of snow. Have a great night, Brad. It was a great live. I'll see you soon, bro. You didn't offer me the DM possibility. You just said ignore my ex. Anyone can feel free to DM me, brother. I was just we got a lot of questions were coming. I followed.
Yo, Jeff, what's good, brother? Wait, is that Jeff?
Yeah, it definitely is. He's popped in here before. He's like, I know your brother.
Yo, Jeff, are you still in Jersey, bro? We gotta link up. You gotta pop by. We gotta train.
Lexi, I know it's late. If you just want to shoot me a DM saying, "Hey, I asked the question about my partner," just so it's in my inbox, so to make sure we get there. Lexi, if you just want to shoot me a quick DM right now and then do the explanation tomorrow, We can do that. How can I be charismatic like you? You just got a mog, bro. Being more charismatic, learn how to speak properly, like speak well, communicate what you're actually feeling, and be authentic. Like the energy that comes off of me might feel authentic because it is. I'm just saying what's on my mind. I'm not questioning it. Get to the point where you're so congruent with your beliefs and what you're presenting that you can just kind of flow, and then people kind of sometimes are attracted to you and are repelled by you by that. I hate the ageist stuff. LMAO, I'm 24, and LMSW. I don't know what LMSW is code word for, but I feel like people I work with sometimes judge. Screw them. You know what my friends tell me? People are jealous that I get to do what I do so young. I don't think they're entirely wrong. You got 18 inches. That's nuts. I don't know if we got that much. I need to get a few lessons from Coach Brent.
Who was that?
Jeffrey.
Yo, Jeff,
10 grand a session, but yeah, he got you.
Yeah,
got
that's
you,
it, bro. It's just you could fly me out to 10 miles away. Nah, seriously, Jeff, send me a snap or something. I don't know if I have your number. I gotta get to the fields or something.
Oh, licensed master social worker. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, let people judge you. You're doing God's work. Don't let if people in your space in your industry are judging you. I have licensed therapists that come in and say, "You got to be careful what you're saying, bro. You're gonna hurt people." I'm like, brother, do you even care about the work that we're doing here? Or are you just so selfish if I'm not in your exact space, you have to judge me for it? How to stay disciplined, what makes people fall out of discipline? Not actually being connected to what you want to build. But what if you grew up from people judging you, even from family? Constantly, even from family. It's gonna create this root in you that's always gonna be attached to I need to do things in order to not feel judged, to feel loved, to be accepted. You want to break that narrative. Are you licensed to do this to help people? No, I have no licensing, but I've helped over 100 men and women in my coaching practice. You do not need a license to do the work that I do. I'm not a therapist, although what I do is therapeutic. Life coach, you're 16 years old. What life have you lived? I'm actually 14. Please get it right, Poseidon. Come on, bro. I don't believe in psychologists. Why not? I'm not a psychologist, but why don't you believe in psychologists? No, 100%. I think if people feel more comfortable with you in a non-clinical setting than they do in a clinical setting, more power to you. Absolutely. We support each other. I think it's always important. Because there's things that I'm qualified to do with people, and there's things that I'm not, that you are. And if I'm connected to you, it's like, hey, go see LMSW. I know that's just a licensed social worker, but like whatever your name is, it's like, hey, I'll refer you over to him. There's certain people that struggle with certain things in my coaching practice. I'm like, hey, go see Coach Ryan. That's also in the coaching practice because I don't specialize in that. I don't know what to do for that. Go see him, right? So we all specialize in different things. Welcome in, everybody. Are you a life coach? At the top of my live, it says life coach asks for advice. Actually, I don't think I'm a life coach. I don't think so. To answer your question seriously, yes, I am. 27, bro. At 22, I thought I knew everything. I didn't know shit. I don't think I know everything. I have a lot to learn. That's why I'm growing every day, and I work with multiple coaches myself. I'm constantly researching and experimenting every day. I don't think I know everything. Do I know more than the average 22-year-old? Maybe. But yeah, most of my clients are older than me, and they make a ton of progress. You just seem young, that's all. I am young. I am very young. That's the key, knowing when something would be out of your scope, like extreme SI or psychosis. Absolutely. Absolutely. You're 22 as well. Very nice. Know when to refer out, 100%. Greetings from Norway. Very nice. We got people from Norway's in Europe, right? We need more European people in here. I need more European people in my coaching practice, even though it's hard to schedule sessions with them since we have such a big time zone difference. Do you give financial advice? I mean, occasionally. I don't specialize in giving financial advice, but it's a conversation we can have. I'm not a financial advisor. Is bro in the back for emotional support or to mog the chat? He's only here to mog the chat, bro. He's looks maxing, bro. He's looks maxing in the back.
I get paid for this, so I just sit here.
Yeah.
And I just stare at you guys so that you feel like there's someone else to look at. Cause
yeah, he's like, you know how they have like the serious conversations, the motivational talks, and like the Subway Surfers in the bottom. He's the Subway Surfers. He's just mogging in the back. I have this sense of regret for wasting time with the wrong people. Well, I mean, here, if you feel like it's wasted time, but it allowed you to learn a lesson, it wasn't wasted time. You needed to go through that experience. Hey, man, I need your advice. Sounds good, user. Throw a question down below. Shoot me a follow. Shoot me a DM. I'd always stop this because I was like 6 or 7 years old of 6 or 7 years of the friendship. Why did the friendship end? You're from Norway 22 also. It's not fearlessness that matters, but intention in the fall. Do you agree? Interesting. Yes. But if you are fearless of something, it either shows how confident you are or how naive, or both. Because fear is definitely helpful. But intention is very important in everything. Recent graduate pursuing a business, an entrepreneur role, but feel the fear of should I have gotten a graduate job. If you're pursuing a business and an entrepreneurial route, and that's going to allow you to make the money that you want, it's allow you to follow your passion, do that. Whatever your soul connects you to. Maybe you'll marry me one day. I 100% won't. But all right. Guy in black is cute. He's single. Brent G Training. You guys you're probably in like 6 countries away, but Brent G Training on TikTok. He also has like 50,000 followers, so he's got the clout too. So yeah, go hit him up on the DMs.
Please don't. I won't respond.
I won't respond.
You're gonna go right blocked, but alright. Unless you got a partnership deal for me. I mean, if you got some people, let me know.
Are you Clavicular's life coach? Yeah. But he is more, because he does the whole looks maxing stuff. He's more of Clavicular's. Yeah. He's Clavicular's looks maxing coach. I'm Clavicular's, like, I guess you could say mental health guy. Keep him kind of in line. Brad's stick together. His name's Brad. No way. Can you give me looks maxing advice? Ask him. Who, Brad?
Yeah. No. The guy that just said that.
The looks maxing?
No. Yeah, user, whatever that. Yeah.
No way, bro, can give me looks maxing?
Click on it. Oh, yeah, no, you just got a black screen. Sorry.
Yeah, we can't give you looks maxing advice. We can't see your face.
No, it's all good, though. You're probably sitting in your bed.
Emily, I have a question. It's a hard one. More about relationships. Yeah, you can throw it in the chat. Or, Emily, if you want to shoot me a follow and a DM about it. We're also, for any of the girls that are on here, we're starting a women's group. We're coaching women's group. Where it's going to be women only, and we're going to be diving into sessions bi-weekly, completely free, for the first 15, 20 women that get in there. Am I in a relationship? Yes, I am. He's not done. He's good.
Both of us, yeah.
Feeling up to it. Might be a bit off topic. Thoughts on law of attraction? We're attracting things all the time. Allegra said, are you guys twins? Are we twins? I don't know. I don't know, bro.
Nah, we're a little more than that, but it's alright.
What is the male equivalent to girls getting flowers? Probably giving him head, if I have to be completely honest. Men feel very seen through the sexual experience, sometimes more than women. But to give you a more surface level answer, that's not very sexualized. A way to here's my serious answer. My serious answer, the equivalent of men for girls getting flowers, is giving him compliments that actually means something, like saying, "Hey babe, I'm so glad you did this. Hey, babe, I'm proud of you." Like, a man has never been told that. Women have never told men that they're proud of them. So men have never heard this in their entire lives. That hits their soul. So giving men compliments, and real ones, that's like the equivalent of what's it called? Giving a girl flowers. Thoughts on Jordan Peterson? I actually bought his what's it called? Jordan Peterson Academy? That's what it's called. I like his stuff. He's gotten pretty political, so I don't pay attention to that stuff, but yeah, Emily said, "Ha, I see. That's usually what I get." No, but yeah, Emily, in all seriousness, it's compliments. But also showing up for him. Like, actually being there for him. That is definitely one of the biggest things you can do. What do you think of the academy?
I'm not sure about JB.
Oh, how do we get off of this? I did this by accident. Yes, she did it. Okay, good.
Is that AI or what?
No, it's just in the chat. It automatically sometimes invites people to co-host. It's stupid.
Interesting.
Well, the academy, I think it's pretty good. I haven't looked through that much of the material yet, but it's good so far. Pretty good so far. Is it okay to lose passion for a sport I played my whole life? It's okay if you truly don't care about it anymore. But you could try to rediscover it. Of course, I think the other things like compliment, supporting is bare minimum. 100%, Emily. You're already on the right track. 100%. Hello, bro. What's going on, bro? Bro. Yo, looks maxing advice? Hit up Brent G Training.
Yeah, that's what the whole page is about, for sure.
Brent G Training.
Yeah.
Looks maxing advice.
Just fucking beat your skull. That's it.
What?
Just hit your skull with a hammer.
Yeah. Skull crushing? Is that what it is?
Yeah. That's the best way to do it.
Also making homemade meals, bare minimum. But I'm used to it, might be why. Yeah, a lot of the like women in the U.S., for example, like I will never cook a man. I will never cook a man a meal. That's like, what's the word? Controlling and too submissive. But I have an American girl, and she likes to do a lot of things for me. Invite me as a guest. No. But I do appreciate you asking. We'll probably have people on the panel another day. Is the equivalent to a woman having an hourglass body the equivalent of a man having a V-tape? I guess you could argue that, yeah. But no one's ever going to be fully perfect. Do you believe in love at first sight? No, but I do believe in connection at first conversation. Are you not American? I am American. What's your qualifications? Oh, why can't I approve your comment? I was diagnosed with depression at 13, dealt with it until I was 16, was able to completely overcome it. Studied a lot of self-development, psychology, philosophy, biology, spirituality over the next 6 to 7 years of my life. And I've helped over 100 men and women in my coaching practice. Forgot to text you back. No worries, Savannah. Looking forward to connecting further in the DMs. What is your profession? Life coaching. And running a business with the Looks Maxing guy. Helping clavicular.
That's it.
Job not going well. Girls that I meet are not fit for a relationship. I'm sick. How do we turn this around? Don't talk to women that you don't feel connected to. Good for you, and you're so young. Appreciate you, Laura. Are y'all twins? Yo, we're twins?
Yeah, nah, absolutely not.
Are you religious? I'm not religious, but I'm spiritual. Is it American-made method? I don't know what that means. What's going on, JP3? Looking forward to our coaching session. We've been on the live for like 2.5 hours. Yep, 2 hours and 40 minutes. That's nuts. We're going to hop off in like 5 minutes because I got a coaching session I got to hop to. I have a group client call with my group coaching program. We're diving into feeling lost. I also tried to take revenge on people who did me wrong quite badly, but I turned to God. Wait, they look kind of alike. Every woman has their own type. Yeah, so do men. Advice for a person who thinks no job if AI takes over. What do you mean thinks no job? I actually have no time for dating. One can always find the time, but seriously. Yeah, absolutely. You make time for anyone that you care about. Sleep a lot. Any advice? You might feel disconnected from your reality, but what do you define as sleeping a lot? I don't know if you're depressed or not. Well, I'm not a clinician, so I don't diagnose people, but knowing if you're depressed, you feel very disconnected from everything. For me, I was just in a constant state of like sadness, anger, and then numbness. That's what it was for me, and I felt disconnected from everything and everyone. That was just my experience part when I was personally going through it. Was Jesus born in Australia? Yeah, for sure. If AI makes me unemployable, well, you aren't at that stage yet, so don't give up. Yeah, but more like I have no idea where to start in med school, second year, so busy. Oh yeah, Emily, I'm looking forward to connecting in the DMs because we're gonna help you find a guy, and we're gonna help you find a good man that's gonna help you propel yourself further in your profession and get you exceptionally even more connected to yourself. Is he mewing the guy behind you? Yes, he's looks maxing. He looks maxes 24/7.
I have to.
I have to. I have to.
It's my job.
I have to.
I can't be not mute on the live. You guys are looking at me. I can't get like screenshot or anything here. Come on now. There's 67 people in the chat.
Are you sure about that? Yes, Emily, I am sure. We're going to get you a man. Have a great day. You're valued, loved, and seen. Jesus loves you so much, and he wants you to know. Thank you. I thought so, lol. Yeah, he looks maxing.
Yeah, for sure.
Alejandro, you're interested in Emily. Well, I'm sure Emily is probably not interested in you since it's just on a TikTok live, so probably don't hit her up. Got to find people who live near you. I don't speak English, but I'm interested.
What?
I don't think I'll be able to help you out if you don't speak my language, unfortunately. You are brutally honest. I try to be.
How is he interested?
I guess because Emily maybe thinks her profile picture is attractive or whatever. I don't know.
This guy, how you still on lock, bro?
Me?
Yeah.
Dude, I'm commit. Dude, I actually wish I could do this for like 10 hours a day.
That's crazy.
There's this other guy who I see. He has like 600 to like 1,000 people on all of his lives consistently and just goes live all day, every day. He has like 60,000 followers. He does like relationship coaching.
It's in the Matrix, bro.
You're not trying. You are brutally honest. Yeah. Yeah, we're in the... Who's in the Matrix? He's in the Matrix? Or I'm in the Matrix?
Whoever the guy is.
Oh. Emily from Norway sounds good. My experience with Nordic women is nice. I think if Emily wanted you, she probably would have put it in the chat so far. But Alejandra, they do have TikTok lives where they do live dating shows, so you could like do that. They have like people come on the panel and they speed date. I don't know how they do that, but I broke up for personal reasons, but we're together still, and he still wants me, but he doesn't text. Broke up for personal reasons. What does that mean? Damn, Brad, you are hating on me. What type of life coach is... Alejandro, I'm not hating on you. I'm simply giving you the reality. If Emily wanted you, she would have said, oh my god, yeah, Alejandro, hit me up. But you keep saying it multiple times, and she hasn't said anything. So if a woman wants you, she'll show you. Since she hasn't done that, you should find a girl that actually lives near you. Are you twins? Are we twins? I keep asking. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
No idea. No idea. Me and Alejandro are twins.
Alejandro, if you want to find a girl that's like right for you, like, bro, shoot me a DM. We'll get you into it.
It's like, oh,
Pro basketball player from Spain.
no shot.
Yo, that's fire. That's fire, bro.
Yeah, we'll do a collab.
He has 50,000 followers. He does football.
Football.
Ricky from South Africa. All the girls I date don't stay. What do you think is the problem? You may be picking promiscuous women, or maybe you haven't communicated your values. She doesn't know me. If she did, it would be a wrap. Yeah. I don't think I'll find someone on TikTok Live, to be honest. Not the most ideal. That's what I would think. If a girl says yes to FaceTime, is this a good thing? Yes. Nothing like prepubescent 17-year-olds giving life advice. Tony, I'm 14. Why are you telling me I'm 17? Are you kidding me?
You think we're way older than we actually are.
Bro,
it's crazy.
Jesus. Where am I from? East Coast in the U.S.
What's that guy's name?
Who?
Something Pony?
Tony DePony? Tony DePony is the one who's in here saying, nothing like a pubescent 17-year-old giving advice. My name's Tony DePony. Yeah, that's crazy. That's actually nuts, bro. Tony, you're a legend. You're actually a legend. I appreciate you being
girlfriend made that for him.
You're actually a legend. That's actually nuts. Gotta get my material ready. Where's my notebook?
The markets are cooked, bro.
Oh, I just wasted my crypto investment today? Is that what you're telling me?
The markets are cooked.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
They're chopped right now.
I'm going broke.
They're chopped.
Yeah, hold on. Hold on. So Zaz got the goated comment. Here we go. At least someone is here to listen and give advice than just hiding and commenting. What crypto do you invest in? I just invested in Link, since my friend has been begging me for the last 16,000 years, and XRP. And I have 20,000 Bitcoin, so I'm a crypto millionaire. Yeah, that would be fire. I don't have any Bitcoin.
You got
nice sweater. Do they make that for men? No. Since I'm a woman, I only wear women's clothes, Remy. Isn't this is probably a men's one, right?
No, it's bisexual.
It's bisexual. I need advice from you. Sounds good. Feel free to ask.
I need advice from him.
When will I be loved? As soon as you get connected with yourself and start to date and find the right person for you. You look like a potato. Pretty cute, by the way. Wow. I'm a little potato. That's pretty cool. I checked Emily's profile. She doesn't fit the criteria to be my girlfriend. Oh my god. Bro's flipping. Bro's the pro basketball player. He's flipping the narrative, bro. She wants you, bro. She wants you. She wants you. Emily's going nuts. This is crazy. Is y'all Russian? Yes.
Is y'all Russian?
how to keep love alive. You have to show each other that passion every single day. Constantly show up for each
Just
other.
say I love you and should do the job.
I will turn 25 soon. I feel lost in life. I feel like my life has no purpose. Yeah, Len, if you want to shoot me a DM or just shoot me a follow, I can shoot you a DM. Just because we're going to hop off the live in a minute. I have a session with my clients. Let me share the link with them.
Alright, I'll take care of the chat.
Yeah.
Siblings are dating? We're dating. If that's what you're asking. Long distance relationship?
How'd that work out for you?
Definitely visit each other, and communication is the number one aspect of long distance. Should I break up with her? She cheated on me, but she regretted it. I think that's
no.
totally. I
No.
would say no, but you
No.
know, some people have different opinions on that, and you know, you have to go through it once and experience it yourself if you think that's the right decision. But no. I like y'all vibe. You should get a vibrator.
Bro, that's the
Okay.
most classic troll comment.
That's great. I sure I agree.
By the way, Brad, I'm the one who broke all the friendships because they were toxic. Okay. Life coach, you're like 12. I'm 11. Come on, guys.
They don't understand.
Come on. All right, take over for a second. I'm gonna end this in a minute, but
Oh, me take over?
yeah, I just gotta go to the bathroom.
That's totally cool. All right. What do we got here? We need comments. My brother's got no context. There's no reason. Should I talk to him about it? He's your brother, man. Of course. How to work a toxic relationship. I've talked to a lot of people in toxic relationships, and never seems to go their way. So I would definitely say it doesn't get much better from where it is now unless you really, really try. But it's not that easy. I need more trolls in here.
Yeah.
Is it true? Yo, give me a question. I'm sure with addiction. Addictions are the same in every aspect of life. You just need to make sure that you're aware. If you're aware of your addiction, you need to not completely cut it out because then your addiction will get stronger over time, but you need to make sure that you're aware of it and then slowly dial in on not doing it each day, and you'll probably relapse a couple times, but eventually you'll get to a point where you no longer do it. You have to stay focused on it though. Don't forget it. You don't need support, man. You do not need support. Most people, especially the ones that are closest to you, are not going to support you. So you need to get out and go in a different environment where people are actually going to start giving you real advice from an outsider perspective that you haven't been used to.
Yeah, you want to just go give people advice in the other room? You want to keep giving advice? I'll just use my...
Nah, I gotta go.
Alright.
I gotta get going.
Alright. Appreciate you. You'll get up?
No, we
Get
gotta
up,
do, bro. Looks
I gotta run my
match.
session
We gotta
right now?
phone
I gotta
addiction
run
is
my
a
session?
silent. We gotta looks match, bro. Come on now. I gotta run the session. Let me run the session.
Yeah, you want to run?
Let me run the session, bro.
Yo, I'm starting the group session, guys. We're gonna end the TikTok live in a second. Let's go, gentlemen. What's going on? What's going on? We currently have 70 people on TikTok live. Currently got 70. We've been on TikTok live for 3 hours. This is actually legendary.
Jacob, Drew, Ryan.
What's up?
What's up, guys?
Let's get it, man. We've been on TikTok live for 3 hours right into the coaching call.
You know what? I never... Yo, Drew's on my TikTok live while he's on the session. That's actually nuts. That's actually nuts, bro. That's actually nuts. Hold on, my phone might die. Because I was going to say, I never do this, obviously, but, like, what if I just stay on the live for another hour while we're coaching?
My phone might
Maybe we should just do that. You guys...